how about you guys try to supplement you and you truly blessed? Because the majority of Israelites ain't going to get this out. The majority of Israelites are going to reject this truth. The majority of Israelites are going to die in this destruction that's coming, man. The main number of them is going to die in this nuclear destruction, nuclear missiles. And that's a terrible death. They showed you that in the movie Terminator 2. When you saw Sarah Connor hanging on the fence.
Oh, this is an old camera, man.
Yeah.
The Samsung series, you can get it for like $100 something, man. And they're just as good. They're just.
You'll notice, I'm sorry, brother.
The cameras are super cheap, man.
They're not talking about that.
But you got to get
they're not talking about
SD cards.
They're not really talking about the time.
Make sure you get you know what you got to do? Tomorrow you can do it. Go down to right down the street, B&H. You can get this camera or anything like this camera. But if you get the SD card, you get a 16 gigabyte. That way you can do a lot of filming. All right. Then you just erase it and then do it all over again.
That led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and of pits.
We're in the wilderness now.
They're cheap now. They used to be expensive. You can get a good one for like maybe $12, maybe $15. The more you pay, the better quality you get. You get the run-of-the-mill one, but ask for 16 gig. And make sure this is a HD camera. You know, that's where your shit come out clear all the time. You know. Yeah. Like I said, they closed. What? They closed today because it's so-called. When you go up in there, number so-called Jews, black children, but they real nice, man. I'm gonna treat you like family, man. You know. They got to give you pretzels, water, all that bullshit, man. They got the bathroom for you, man. They don't look at you. But who's this nigga doing up in here, man? Because they know you're gonna buy. And everything is fucking cheap. They got you get lost in that place.
Return unto my place.
They got cameras in there, like $50,000 cameras up there, man. They got a little $100 all the way up to $50,000 shit, man.
They're gonna know that a superior power is doing.
That you can make a whole movie, man. That's where they go. You be seeing that
in America. They're gonna say, man, this ain't man doing this. This is a superior power doing this. We're being visited by, you know how they say that we're being visited by God. God is doing all this to America.
Hey, speak on that. Let them speak on that.
Well, like this brother, Elder Zahar, was telling the brother that B&H camera store owned by the so-called Jews is closed today because they're closed today because it's Saturday because they're worshiping Saturday. Saturday means Saturday. Saturn.
And I believe Renfam is the god of Saturn.
Right.
When you say Renfam, the symbol is the pyramid going up and the pyramid going down.
Right.
Okay.
Which is the start, which is this right here. Let me just, I flip my garment inside out, which is basically this.
And like you got that symbol on your shirt
right here. Yeah.
That was, I mean, it's like, you wear it. Hey, I got Nikes, man, you know, at home. But if somebody say, you wear yesterday, I said, look, niggas, I'm wearing it. You know, if I can tear it off, it don't mean nothing to me. Because you're worshiping that shit. You go up and you worship that, man. But Nike, you saw the movie 300? Okay, that was the actual story. And those people that were fighting King United, they were Jakes. That's why they had the big, they made sure he had a big bushy beard.
Black Greeks.
But they should have had Denzel playing King United. Okay? And that's when the Greeks started to take down the Persians. But it started with us. And then Esau came up in there and took our way of life, which is that, because when we go off, we set up a new way of life, but we'll use Israel's gods, but we'll change the name, like Zeus. Zeus ain't nothing but the most Yahweh. Right. But they just changed his name to Zeus. Right. All right? Because Zeus, they'll show you, the white man will tell you that, ask anybody what color is Zeus. Zeus is a black man with a big afro and a big beard.
That's right.
You know? Anyway, they had, that movie was about the actual battle that was called, what was it called? The Battle of Thermopylae. Thermopylae means hot gates or hot city gates. But in that battle, you had this one guy, there was a war that they had won, so he had to go and tell the king. And he ran 26-something miles, and when he got there, he said, Nike, Nike, which means victory. Right. Okay? That's why when you have the marathon, why is the marathon is 26-point-something miles. Because the word marathon goes back to the victory of the Battle of Marathon.
Right.
And those were Jakes. And Jake used to do like it was nothing. You got Esau, they'll do a marathon and drop dead. Jake will do it like it's nothing. But one guy, he running fast too. 26 and a quarter miles. Then he bowed down to the king. He said, Nike. And then the people cheered, yeah, Nike, Nike.
Cross 5 boroughs, man.
Gad and them, the so-called Latin tribe, the 10 tribes, I'll say, they'll, 99 they had 10 tribes. They used, before Esau got over here, they used to be able to run 300 miles like it was nothing. You know?
Yeah, what he's talking about is in the book by James Adair. James Adair lived among the Native Americans for 40 years.
But he was a Jake.
He was a Jake. I believe he was Scots. I think he was Scottish. It's the Scots and niggas. And he reported...
And by the way, most of the Irish are actually Scots. But it was the Scots that you know, put their seed among the Irish. So a lot of times you see a person say he's Scottish, right? Like this guy, Conor McGregor. He's a UFC guy. He's all wild. He got that beard. That dude's a Scot, but he'll say he looks like a cracker, but you can see by his spirit, man. That dude is so bad. The champ, which was what's this guy, the Brazilian guy? The hell is his name? Huh? No. The lighter weight. What the hell is this guy, man? Anyway, he was beating everybody's ass, and when Conor McGregor came on the scene, he got scared of him, man. So he said they was supposed to fight a month ago, and he said, I got an injury, man. And McGregor is a fucking beast, man. But that's a Jake. Now you look at him as being a cracker, that's a Jake. Really, he's probably a Scot, man. But them Scots, man, them Irishmen, but them Scots, they were wild too. But those wild people, man.
William Wallace, or Braveheart, they're really supposed to be so-called black men.
Robert Bruce. Yeah, those was all Jakes.
King James was a Scot.
That's right. But you know, I believe King James' line through his mother. Her father was King James V of Scotland. She was a black woman, Queen Mary of Scotland. On her father's side, which is King James V of Scotland, line goes back to Robert the Bruce that was with William Wallace. I believe this line on his mother's side goes back to Robert the Bruce. Yeah, you can go look it up, but I believe it goes back to Robert the Bruce, the guy who was in the movie Braveheart, but it should have been a black man.
From that royal line.
There in Scotland.
Because it was the English, which was Negroes fighting. It was black on black line back then. You know?
See, like what he's speaking about with King James, they were niggas. You had the British niggas, and you had the Scottish niggas, and they were all first, second, and third cousins, fourth cousins. And they were fighting against each other. The niggas in Scotland didn't like the niggas in England. The niggas in England were being uppity, and they were taking privilege and right over the ones in Scotland. And that was their first, second, and third cousins. And that's why they were warring against each other. It's just like the Bloods and the Crips. It's the same damn thing. Niggas fighting against each other. Niggas taking right over other niggas that they consider lower than them. Black.
And the word Scot means black. Scottish literally means black man.
Now you see you got the pretty black one with a fucking white boy, man. But you know what? A nigga won't say nothing about that, man. You niggas ain't got the spirit, man. Oh, they blew away another Jake, college basketball player. He broke down. I just heard about it. And he was knocking on doors in the white neighborhood to get help, and the cops blew him away, man. But when are you niggas gonna wake up? Huh?
Right. Yo, it's an all-out assault on you black men here in America. Not the black woman, and the black woman's a part of that all-out assault.
There's an assault on her too. They didn't kill her. They didn't lock her up and killed. They killed this one woman. They locked her up in Mount Vernon for shoplifting. And when they went to check her the next day, she died. But she said she was sick, and I guess they sent her to the hospital or whatever. And then they're not doing right, and then she just dropped dead.
Another black woman.
They said that she hung herself with the bullshit.
Yeah,
How you gonna hang yourself because of a simple traffic violation. You ain't gonna get those so destroyed that you won't hang yourself, man. That's bullshit, man. But niggas are not marching because they're saying, well, maybe we want to do it right this time. Man, fuck these niggas, man. You know?
It's going to escalate too. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. We're looking for it to get worse.
They're going to start killing. You're going to hear in the news where they're going to start killing 100 Jakes at a time. They did that with the move down there in Philadelphia. The mayor was a mayor good, I call them good niggas. And they dropped bombs. They got in helicopters and they dropped bombs and killed about 100 of them. The move group. And this was back in the early 80s. And Jake didn't do nothing.
Yeah, so it's going to escalate. I got a stupid.
Jeremiah 15:4. And I will cause them to be removed into all kingdoms of the earth, because of Manasseh, the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? For who shall bemoan thee? For who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Thou hast forsaken me, saith the Lord, thou art gone backward.
15:3. Jeremiah 15:3. I will point 4 times over them.
That verse is good too.
Teeth of wild beasts.
Jeremiah 15:1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people.
And that's why the Lord is only going to save 1/3 of his people. Because 2/3 the Most High is fed up with. 2/3 the Heavenly Father washed, so to speak, he's washed his hand in those 2/3. Right?
And those 2/3 are like these Israelite groups and some niggas in GMS. That's right. You got niggas in GMS too, man. You know?
Go ahead.
Cast them out of my sight.
Cast them out of my sight. Go on.
And let them go forth.
That's why back then we were cast out of the Lord's sight, which is the land of Jerusalem. And we're scattered all around the world. But now, the meaning of that, cast them out of my sight, is when the Most High destroyed us, those 2/3. All right? And he's going to save us 1/3, especially when Yahushua come back. Yahushua got destroyed to set a lot of these niggas. Because a lot of these niggas were responsible for giving up Yahushua. They all cried in unison, kill him and let his blood be upon us and our children. That was niggas that said that. Okay? And a lot of those niggas are back here now. All right?
That's one of them niggas right there.
Yeah, that's one of them right there.
See, that's how you know.
See, whenever the truth come out, people get offended.
Yeah.
Why is that? They get offended. The spirit in them starts rising up and they get offended. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death.
Such as are for death to death. So the death you seen in the news, these niggas getting popped by them cops. That's to fulfill prophecy. That's to fulfill prophecy. Such as are for death. Hey, we didn't write it. All right? The Most High spoke it. Men wrote it. The Most High spoke it. Right.
Thus saith the Lord, such are for death to death.
Such as are for death to death. That's why you see death coming. Okay? Go on.
And such as are for the sword to the sword.
What's the modern day sword? The gun. That's why a lot of these niggas are dying by the gun. They're killing each other, and the cops are killing them. That's prophecy, brothers. Right? And it's going to be more. It's going to escalate. It's going to get worse. That's what we're trying to tell you. It's going to get worse. Go ahead.
And such as are for the famine to the famine.
And there's famines coming. Famines are most likely going to be man-made because when you cordon off the city under martial law, you get that camera, stop the trucks from delivering the food, right, you instantly create a famine. You want to speak on it?
Basic.
That's how you were saying. It takes every store has a 3-day supply of food. That's why you always see a truck bringing in bread, bringing in milk, eggs, butter, bringing meat in. Every store has a 3-day supply. I'm sorry, I'm going to add to that. On the highways, you always see those trucks, right? What the hell do you think they bring? They're bringing your food. That's what they're bringing. Like, case in point, the oranges, they're coming from California. They're not going to magically float over there, right? Nope. They're going to be in a truck. And the truck is going to be on the highway.
And they don't put them in planes. They put them in ships. If they come from another country, they come in ships. And it goes they have those containers, those big containers, man. Hey, they showed you that in War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Remember, he's working them damn. Now that damn machine, I'll work the fuck out that machine. I'll beat Tom Cruise in that, man. Picking shit up. I was good at that, man. Back when I was young, forklift, I used to pick shit up, man. You know. But they had those containers, man, with all your stuff, like your TVs, your couches, your furniture, your different places from around the world. They come in on. That's why it's called maritime. That's why you have what they call it, maritime marines. Right, you have merchant marines, merchant seamen, merchant. The word merchant means to buy and sell. You know? Commerce. You know?
Yeah, so they come by in trucks. That's right. So they come by in trucks. So when you start seeing less and less of the trucks, then you know something's up. And there's a story circulating where the truckers, they're trying to go deeper. They're trying to do away with the trucks, so to speak. Right? I mean, if you know anything about that, you can speak on it. But like I said, once you start seeing less and less truckers, then expect more and more food shortages. Because that's how your food gets it. It gets it by the trucks.
Barack Obama passed the bill, H.R. 13603, where he could inmate slave labor and taking control over the food, even animal food, even dog and cat food.
Yeah. Under that bill that he passed.
H.R. 13603.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. Under that bill, the government assumes control of all food, water supplies. They assume control of potting soil.
Well, that's
all seeds.
Well, that's under the executive orders too. Because those of you brothers that's read about the executive orders, them things been on the books since the early 60s. I think it was during JFK, during his administration, they passed the executive orders, which when you look up the term executive order, it means king's decree. So those executive orders, they're going to be passed. And when they're passed, that's when all hell is going to break loose.
They can put into effect in the event of a national emergency.
Yeah.
In the event of a national emergency, the executive branch, which is the president, but you got the three branches of government here. You got
legislative, judicial, and executive.
Executive is the president. Legislative is the Senate and the House and the Congress. The judicial is the Supreme Court.
Right.
Those two branches will be shut down, and the executive will rule. Now, under the executive branch, they have something called an anti-hoarding act. See, they do shows on the History Channel or whatever channel, where you got people who are called preppers or people that they're getting food together and all
I don't know if it's actually in law or they want to put it in law, but they spoke about it. I mean, if you go to Google and you put an anti-hoarding act, it's like they say it's a bill. It's not fully in law, but they can turn around. The president can pass an executive order, you know, because people are hoarding food and other people are starving and dying. So he can make an act called an anti-hoarding act. All right, well, you know what? This is an appropriate time to bring out Second Ezra 15, you know? Because we're coming to Second Ezra 15, man. You know, we're coming where you motherfuckers that's like to eat them big plates. Food. Right here, they're gonna be sorry, man.
The bubble bunches of the world. Bubble bunch. That song is gonna be off.
They eat, they sleep, man. Yeah. Got a brownie, munching on a brownie while they sleep, man. You ever see a nigga that ever fall asleep while he's eating, man? What kind of shit is that?
They got a picture of that big nigga with the big burger. His mouth is just as big as the burger. About to open his mouth and eat.
He's not gonna make it. Looks like when a nigga got. I mean, that's That's why these niggas love America. They love America. You can get burgers this thing.
I like Arizona.
And then the guy we work for, he was telling us how in Las Vegas, a
forgot the name of the burger. It's a burger in Las Vegas, man. It's called the Heart Attack. You have Google the burger, the Heart Attack from Las Vegas. I don't have to tell you about Las Vegas. That's Sin City. There's a slogan.
I ain't going to Las Vegas, man. I'm not going to Las Vegas. Any Israelite that wants to hang out there or set up a camp out there, you got no business being out there in Las Vegas, man. You ain't got no business being out in Las Vegas. People go to Las Vegas for one thing. To be goddamn Romans, man.
Dude, this shit is crazy.
To be Romans, right? Because Floyd Mayweather is nothing but a gladiator. Some big major fights in Las Vegas, that's a new center or the headquarters for gladiatorial sports. Right. And gladiatorial sports are what? The UFC, the boxing, the kickboxing. The major events are always held in Las Vegas.
Right.
You know?
I mean, when you go into history, how did the Romans keep the people entertained? Blinded at the same time. Bread and circuses. I forgot the bread and circuses. Same thing now.
Welfare entertainment.
Right. Reality shows.
Well, it's called empty calories, man. You know, popcorn and pretzels and stuff like that. When you go to the ballpark, grab hot dogs and some bun, that's empty calories, man. It keeps you there. That's empty calories, man. It doesn't nourish you, man. It just keeps you going. And all these stadiums that they build, all these major stadiums, like you got the Staples Center, you got the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, and the Barclays Lions goes back. They got their money from slavery, man. But you got former slaves, ex-slaves, entertaining people in that. Them niggas don't check out nothing, man. Them niggas in the athletic world, they're not smart. Okay? Because when they come, they watch us on YouTube. There's athletes and top entertainers that watch us, but they wouldn't dare come to us because they look at us as holy men, man. And I just realized you got people that are not even as this one brother sent me an email saying I'm not down with GMS, but I support you. You know what I mean by support, man. All right? You got a lot of people that are down with GMS, but that are not even part of GMS. But they're spiritually GMS. YT Politics. He makes more videos than damn me sometimes, man. Because I'm back and I'm making a lot of videos too. We all make videos, right? Right? But he said I'm not down with GMS. He said I just like GMS. But guess what? He is down with GMS. Whether he says he's down with it or not. They're like, what's the dude from not Bamboozle? What's the dude? Honest 800 Cut?
Yeah.
He said, are you a nigga? He said, I'm a nigga. They went out to the even white woman. What are you? I'm a nigga. And he said, oh, you people in the audience are niggas.
Right.
And for the ones of you that say you ain't niggas, you're niggas too. You never saw that movie? That movie funny as hell, man. But anyway, these guys that follow GMS and say they ain't down, they just watch the videos, but they support it. They're GMS, whether they say they're GMS or not. And don't put us on the pedestal. We're just men. The honor goes to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So we're pushing up the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, unlike certain people we know. You can bet if I gave Nate $1 million, say I dare you to say the Most High's true name and his son's name 10 times. He probably won't say it.
He already got $1 million.
Because the Illuminati will give him $10 million not to say it, man. Oh, speaking about that, right? Now you got Sarnetta and that whole black conscious community bullshit, right? He said, well, we need money because people that come on my show and do interviews, I got to pay them. But wait a minute. If they're only going to do shows because you pay them, let's say you say, I'm giving you $5,000 to do an interview on my show to bring the truth out. All right? What can the white elite do? They can say, how much are you going to give you? $5,000? Well, we'll give you $50,000. Right. Not to go on the show, or to go on the show and teach bullshit. See, all those guys, them people in the black conscious movement, they were set up.
Come in, son.
They were set up, right? Yeah, come in. So this, so this heathen can get down the street, and you can see he's a damn heathen. He don't know what's going on. But anyway, if he's talking about I gotta pay this person to come and do this interview, Esau can come and say I'm gonna give you 10 times that, or 100 times that. Yep. No, I want you to go on the show, but I want you to lead the people astray. Them black conscious niggas, they're set up to, because Israel's getting so big that they need like a counterintelligence, damage control. But you know what? They've been doing it and they're losing, man. Watch those videos, that science conference, missing science. The people, there was about 120 people up in there. And then anytime somebody came to speak, they were speaking in the audience, man. And they had to say, look, we're doing a presentation here. Jake just wants to be entertained, man. If you don't have an entertainment value to what you're doing, all right, you ain't gonna listen to it, man. A nigga can sit down and watch the whole playoffs, right? They can watch March Madness, all right? They can watch, everybody says that Floyd is boring, it's like watching paint dry. But guess what? Everybody break their neck to watch that shit or pay $100 now to watch this thing on YouTube, man. I mean on pay-per-view. Because they want to know what's going on, man. People want that controversy. And it takes like 6 months to build that fight up, man. You know?
Like the Romans, they would give the people bread and circuses. The bread and circuses was so the people would be distracted from what the laws that the Senate was passing. Because the people were distracted at the Colosseum, then they would throw out free bread to them in the Colosseum. They showed that in Gladiator. But it's called bread and circuses. So they would cause bread and circuses, and you would bring out entertainment, which what you call it? I think it's another name for it.
Well, at the Flavian Amphitheater, which is the Colosseum, that's the thing that when you go into that history, that's what built Rome back up. Because prior to the Flavian dynasty, all right, during the time of Nero, when Rome was burnt, and I think the fire lasted for 7 days, if I'm not mistaken. Okay?
Blame the Israelites for it.
And they blame the Christians, which are Israelites, that believed in Yahushua. Okay? Anyway, people are talking about the word was out that Rome is going down. Rome, the great Roman Empire is going down. So when the Flavian Empire came into power, or the Flavian dynasty came into power, which is Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian, one of the main things that they did, they built that big amphitheater, which is the Flavian Amphitheater, which is the Colosseum. And that thing was so gigantic that they would reenact battles on the sea in that goddamn Colosseum. They would have aqueducts where the water would come in there, and you be in the audience and all that, and they would actually have ships, and they would fight in the Colosseum, and people are clapping, you know. And you got to go into that history, man.
That's something for you.
Because it wasn't just gladiatorial, it was actual wars, man. They were actually reenact actual wars and battles, man.
Like in the movie Gladiator.
In the games last...
Yeah, there was they did reenact when they were fighting Hamites. That's right.
They reenacted the Battle of Carthage.
That's right.
When Hannibal Barca had led an army against the Roman army, the first battle, they defeated them. But then the second battle that they had, Scipio Africanus, he studied Hannibal's tactics, and he defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic War. The First Punic War, Hannibal and the Carthaginians, which Hannibal was an Israelite, by the way. His name was Hannibal Barca. A lot of people say Hannibal Barak, but it's not Barak, because the word Barak in Hebrew means blessed. But the term Baraka in Hebrew means lightning. His father Halmakar Barca taught him lightning warfare. So the name
That's where you get the word
Barca,
blitzkrieg.
Yeah, blitzkrieg goes back to that. The Hebrew word baraka means lightning, but to say it in English, you say baraka.
Barak and Barak,
Yeah,
which is lightning. And anytime the Romans tried to take down Carthage, they would lose. The reason why they couldn't defeat the Romans, because when they went into Rome, his greatest men died going over the Alps mountains,
fighting the Gauls in the cold.
And the cold,
because they were coming from.
The only ones that made it, the weaker men died off from the cold. The stronger ones, they dealt with the cold. They remind me of some people we know. We braved the cold, man. Okay.
A lot of the raw elephants died in that cold because they're used to that hot climate in the northern part of Africa.
You know, Baloo wasn't.
Baloo wasn't a part of that.
Oh hell no! He was one of the first guys. He was one of them weak guys that died, man.
No, the Gauls jumped out on him and he just dropped dead.
Yeah, big baby.
But then when Hannibal did besiege Rome, he had about maybe 25,000 men left out of the company that he did have, which was much greater. That 25,000 went into Rome, and Rome sent an army of 80,000 men. What Hannibal and them did, he stayed in the middle part of the battle, and what they did was they sucked the Roman army into them like this, and then he had the men on the left and the right flank them bastards and come around them and kill them from the outside and select them.
They had what was called battle strategy.
That's right, it was strategy.
And the Romans became great. The reason why the Romans were so great because the Most High set up the Roman Empire. Man.
That's right.
Because that's in prophecy.
Yeah.
And they learned war from the dark nations.
That's right.
Matter of fact, when Jerusalem was besieged, it wasn't Titus. It was his general. What's his name? Jacob.
Alexander.
And it tells you in the history, if you get his name, it tells you that he was an Israelite. Because you had Jews in the service of the Caesar.
That's right.
You had guys that knew that they were Israelites, but they fought for Caesar, man. Then you had a lot of them that knew that they were Israelites, but they wanted to be Greeks. See, when you say Greeks, the Roman Empire ain't nothing but the Greek Empire.
That's right.
All right? The same people.
It's called the Greco-Roman
Sometimes it's called the Greco-Roman Empire. Like, for example, give me Acts 16:1. I'm going to ask you all a question.
Acts chapter 16, verse 1. Then came he to Derbe and Lystra. Then came he to Derbe and Lystra. And behold, a certain disciple was there.
Now, you know what? When you study it, right? It said, then came he to Derbe and Lystra, right? You know what you do? Where's Derbe? You're supposed to ask something. Where's Derbe and Lystra? Where's Derbe? Go to Google. Type in Derbe. Biblical town, blah, 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 located over here. Mentioned in Acts 16. Tiberius Julius Alexander, meaning you had Israelites that took on Greek names or Roman names. You know, you had a lot of Romans that followed Paul, but they were actually Israelites. They had a Roman name. Okay, no pictures. Go ahead, Aaron.
16:1. Then came he to Derbe.
You know why they come up and take pictures? Because it tells you we shall be a spectacle among men and of nations, man. So you really can't get mad if you can stop it. Don't come and help. We're a spectacle among men and among nations, man. You know?
Yeah, they're fulfilling prophecy.
They're that great cloud of witnesses. Go to Hebrews 12:1.
Yeah, the prophecy says we'll be a spectacle unto the world, right? So when they come and take pictures, they're fulfilling prophecy.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Those people over there that call themselves Jews are not the real Jews. The real Jews are the black people over there. Okay?
Yeah, the white man is an imposter.
Yeah, you better be Palestinian. Go ahead.
Hebrews 12:1.
The only reason why they can't destroy them so-called Jews because the United States set them up. They're nothing but a military welfare state. Okay? And you know, if you live in Israel, for them stupid niggas that live in Israel, they allow them to be citizens of Israel, but guess what? It's mandatory that you got to go to the military. Man or woman. And they show you that in the movie World War Z. They show you the Jewish, ugly Jewish girl with the boy. They showing you that men or women, you got to join the military, mandatory. So them stupid niggas that wanted to go back to Israel to call themselves fulfilling the prophecy, the white man's still in there, man. And they're in the fucking military. And they're fighting against, niggas are fighting against some Arabs. How stupid can you be? You ain't got no business being in the land of Israel at this time, man. Israel's got to be destroyed and built back up. The scriptures say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Go ahead.
Hebrews 12:1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses.
And all the witnesses, right? The people that walk by, they're witnesses. They're witnesses, man. You know, a lot of these Edomites, going back to the 90s and the 80s, you saw it was very, very rare that you saw Israelite groups out there. The main Israelite groups we had on Saturday, going back to 85, 480. On Sundays, we was up there on 44th Street, Riyadh, Marshall, and them. So it's very rare that you see the Israelite group. But through the help of the unicorn, which is the internet, the signal of the internet comes through the atmosphere by way of the feed horns, all right? Unicorn, one horn, all right? We put this up on a video and then we put it on YouTube, man. Now you got it where you can put up live shows. Every once in a while, we might go on Ustream and do a live show. But you can also do it on YouTube, too.
Would that be a choice like an old school?
No, it wasn't. Well, it was something that I knew about years ago. Back when we was at the school, but the school didn't bring it out as of yet. You saw the video that I did. Okay, brother. You saw it. I'm not. You ain't looking at me like you want to kill me or nothing like that. Hey, you followed the scriptures, right? You followed the scriptures. Go ahead.
Wherefore, seeing we are also.
Well, you can see it ain't talking about an actual animal. See, the Most High, when He delivered the children of Israel, they said that the Most High had the power of the unicorn. Unicorn means of power. What is a horn? A horn can kill somebody. You force somebody. All right? And it ain't talking about the rhinoceros. Because the majority of rhinoceros have two horns. Only the Indian rhinoceros have one horn. If you Google rhinoceros and go to images, I guarantee all the pictures that you will see, it's going to be two horns. Although there's some of them that have one horn. So they ain't talking about a rhinoceros. One of them said, no, that's talking about a rhinoceros. Why the hell? I said, well, wait a minute. It tells you, give me Joel 39, almost at the end where it says that the unicorn going to gather the seeds into the barn. Give me an incident where a rhinoceros picked up some seeds and put it in a barn. Or he'll gather the people. No, he'll gather the people. He'll push the people together. He'll push Manasseh and Ephraim together. It's almost at the end. As soon as you come across the word unicorn.
That's why people get messed up and they read the Bible. And they get all discombobulated because it's metaphors and it's allegories. It's hip talk. Just like how we talk in the street. When you say, yeah, you know what I'm saying, yeah, Shorty right there, I think Shorty want me to hit that. Are you talking about that you going to hit her? No, are you talking about you going to pop her with your rod?
He's about to hit that short guy over there.
You say, so I'm going to go smash that tonight.
No, Esau will get all messed up. You mean you're going to hit her? That's what Esau would say. Smash me, I'm going to hit all right.
I'm a not boots.
Right. Well, I'll give you another one. Like when you say, oh yeah, yo, I'm about to go in on Shorty. Well, you know that's in the Bible in Genesis where it said, and Adam knew his wife Eve and he went in unto her.
Yep, that's right.
He went in, right? The scripture saying he went in.
Knew her, and he knew her.
He went in.
That's why these guys all messed up over the rape thing. Oh, speaking of rape, Nate's guys is condemning us for raping people, raping women, which we don't do. We condemn that. All right, we just said that's And I brought up the scripture, man. I mean, I brought up a video and I showed Polite. And basically, we explained it in the video, man, that I did. We explained it that no, we don't go around raping people. We don't tell nobody to rape nobody. If a guy and GMS rape somebody, we gonna throw him up under the bus, man. We said that, man. But they don't want to see that shit, right? And then what I did, I went to Google and I said, what's number one is rape. Women fantasize about being raped. I just went to Google, man. The last part of the video, the woman says, they said, what's your well, look, the whole video is about maybe 2 minutes long.
Hey, step in some, brothers.
And all the women said this. What's your sexual fantasy? I don't want to speak about it. I don't want to say that, Lord. Oh, this is embarrassing, right? Because you know what they wanted to say. They wanted to get raped. But one of them came out, she said, I want to be tied up, and I want to be beat.
I'm getting excited. Operation just to fulfill my dream about what you're telling me.
But this is the thing. If you go to Google and you say the number one fantasy, sexual family of fantasy of women and of men is women fantasize about being raped. Right. But a lot of times they don't believe.
Because it's safe to fantasize. Doing it and having it done, when they think about it and having it done.
No, but a lot of times these women that get raped, they fall in love with the guy that raped them.
Yep.
There was this one thing where they had a rest.
Right. I love my right hand.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'm not going to shake. I'll give you my elbow.
I just had a menage a trois.
And where you from, man?
I'm from my mother. My mother raped my father. Believe it or not, my mother was a roller derby star. My father was an amateur. My mother raped my father. Go, yeah.
But where did your line go back? Where's my father's line? I'm saying, Europe.
Oh, Russia.
Oh, you want a black Russian? You want a black Russian?
Well, I'm a white Russian.
No, you're a black Russian.
I can't hang with the brothers. I saw myself. I was an ex-porn star. I was supposed to be getting back pay for being a lesbian for all these years. They take me very well. That's because I only hung out with Chinese people and Egypt.
Hey.
That's great.
You know how we know you're one of us? Because your character, man. You got that character, brother.
Tell you something. Jerry Butler. Remember Jerry Butler?
Yeah.
Look him up. Jerry Butler, porn star. That's me, but I also, this is Jerry Butler, porn star. I'm Jerry Butler with the lights on. He's Jerry Butler with the lights off.
Okay, man. All right now. You're a Jake, man. Go ahead.
This is Job, chapter 30.
Hey, but he agreed. He said, I believe that, man. Now, if he's actually a porn star, them women, them porn star bitches, they'll tell you that when they get into it because they got raped. They got raped, man. They like being raped, man. But most of them do not admit to it, man. Only honest women. How many women you know that are honest?
The brother ain't lying, man. I had personal experience with that shit.
Yeah, well, you know when the women say yes, no, they really mean yes. Yep. You know? How many times you go for a woman and it's getting hot and say, no.
Because they're acting out. They're acting out. You know?
Down there it's wet as hell. All right, and then when you finally get to them, gosh damn, this bitch is wet.
You know what you do to a woman? You know what you do to a woman? Go like you're going to go deal with her, right? And if she says no, you say, okay, goodbye. Nice to meet you. Oh, man. Where you going? I'm going to get some sex. It don't have to be with you. No, come stay.
Or let's say you go and you meet them and you be a perfect gentleman. Right? You know what they'll say after? No. After you leave, that guy's a fat.
Yeah.
He didn't even try to taste too much.
I know that for a fact because certain women I actually knew that had boyfriends or what, they would call me. You know, that guy didn't try to jump on me. What's wrong with this guy? He's just a gentleman. I had to let him home early, man.
See?
You know? So they'll come out and say it, man. But a lot of times they'll keep it in. Anyway, let's go into what we're going into.
Job chapter 39, verse 12. It says, wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn?
Rhinoceros or rhinoceri, they don't do that. That's right. They don't pick up seeds and put it in a barn. Right. That's parabolic talk. That's hip talk. Okay?
Oh, speaking of barn, Yahweh Shai taught a parable when he used the word barn.
Matthew 13.
Right. Which he was
speaks
talking
about the seed some seed fell on stony ground.
Right.
You know?
Then he speaks about gathering the elect into the barn, which the barn in this case is the chariots. When Yahushua comes back, he's going to gather the elect, they're going to be in the chariots. That's the barn, when you read the parable.
Yeah, because the elect is being gathered by this right here. All right? By us filming it and putting it on YouTube. See, the Most High put the spirit on these crackers to set up that YouTube thing.
Absolutely.
Because if we didn't have the YouTube or the net, Jakes wouldn't have been woken up, man.
That's right.
And it tells you in, was it Matthews 10 and 25 or thereabouts? No, it says we should not go over all the cities of Israel until I come. Meaning we're not going to fit you. Most of them camps, they'll get on the plane, they'll go out, and they'll set up camps, hoping that. We didn't do none of that, man. If anything, we got guys that saw us on YouTube that had, look, elders, all right, if I come out to New York, I'll be up. Of course. So we didn't have to do that. Because who helped us? The unicorn helped us.
That's right.
The internet. Okay?
Yeah, and what now Nate had to physically go to those places to set up a camp. But we have brothers in London, Jamaica, etc. So what got on them to create a camp? What got on them to form a camp? To go out and speak?
It wasn't us getting on the phone, man.
Exactly.
How many phone calls? You got to be on the phone 24 hours, 7 days a week, man.
Yeah.
We just push it out there. It's like fishing. You cast out the bait, and the fish. You know, didn't the Lord say He's gonna make you fishers of men?
Yeah.
So we're fishing, okay? Now, does the fisher go out with a armband with spikes on it? If you take a bat and you go out into the river where there's fish, bluefish, trout, kingfish, and then you try to battle, you ain't never gonna get no fish, man. You gotta take a line or a net. You take a net. What is a web called? A worldwide net, right? Worldwide web, which is a net. It's a network.
www.
The word network, all right, comes from the fishing tool that you got that net. And when you build a net, it's called network. You see how it has like those squares?
Yeah.
It has those squares in it. Well, anyway, that's how signals are sent. Okay, they show you that, man. That's how signals are sent. You got one signal going to Chicago, then you got smaller signals going out to different parts. Then you got another signal that's connected, and they're all connected. So the Most High said, "I will make you fishers of men." So what net are we using? This net right here. We put it on the web. Okay?
If I may say, and where it is broadcast, that's the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
broadcast.
Right.
When you take the net in the ancient world, there is a broadcast. Cast meaning throw.
Yeah, right.
Broad meaning wide.
Yeah.
The bigger net you have, the more fish you got.
Right, brother.
All right? Broadcast it. And then when it comes together, when you bring it back up, all the fish are going to be caught up in that web, on that network.
Yeah, when it goes out, I'm sorry, bro. When the signal goes out in the air, that's the waters. That's right. So just like you take the net and throw it into the waters and it catches the fish, it's the same concept.
Yep. And what he's saying is right, because when you read Genesis, it tells you that there was a firmament to separate the waters inside the firmament from the waters outside the firmament.
Right.
Technically, this is the waters. Why? We're breathing what? Oxygen, right? Which is what? Evaporated water. When the humidity was high about a week ago, when the humidity, it was 90 and the humidity was 80-something%, your clothes feel sticky to you and you got wetness all over your body. Why? From what? Humidity, which is what? Water that's in the air. That's called humidity. So this is what? We're in the waters.
We're made up of water, 70% water.
Yep, we're made up of water. When you're in your mother's stomach, you're in what? Water.
We're in water.
When water breaks, you come out, right?
Come out.
The scriptures say we're in the waters.
If you don't drink water, fluid, in 3 days you die. Food, I think, is 21 days you start to break down. But water, I believe it's 3 days, you die.
Look at Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord.
Aren't the fishers out there fishing? Don't y'all got a camp? Go fishing, right? You out there going to your spot fishing. We had our spot fishing. Go to Texas, Chicago, Florida, LA, London, all over the place, man. All over the planet, man. We out there fishing, man. You know?
And when a woman
And the best day to go fishing is what? On a Saturday, right?
And when a woman rejects you, right? And check it out. When a woman rejects you,
I fish as a kid. The best day is a Saturday.
yeah, that's true. And when a woman rejects you, right? What do you tell the woman? Oh, baby, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Are you actually calling her a fish? No, you're using the analogy of a fish.
Read that again.
Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And
So we're in the fishing stage.
Yep.
In other words, you ain't supposed to go and put a gun in somebody's head and say, look, you got to get with that camp. Or you go to a woman, look, you got to marry me. I'm an Israelite, you're an Israelite, or I'm going to knock you over the head like Nate does. All right? Or Nate's people do. Fishing meaning you gentle with it, man. Okay? Go ahead.
and they,
How many fish you going to catch with a spear? You do have spear fishing. But if you use a net, you can catch hundreds of fish. Okay? Well, then, okay, you said clams. And, so what do you do when you catch the fish, right? You got to separate the fish. Okay?
it says, and they shall, and after,
Clean fish from the unclean fish. Right. Well, go ahead.
and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall
The
hunt
hunters are going to come when the race riots come, when Jacob's trouble comes. That's when the hunt. Because when the hunters come, if you don't know, if you're walking around talking about your comedic, guess what? You're going to be put to death. The angels aren't going to sit down and reason with you. We're the ones that, we're the good guys. The angels are the bad guys. We're trying to be nice. We're trying to get you to come into this, right? Right? And when a flight came down, did we look like we threatened him? We were trying to make him get it, man. And he even said, you almost made me believe that. Oh, you know what messed him up? Oh, except for the fish boy. That's spiritual. Yep. Except for the fish boy, you know? So it's all spiritual, man.
He got messed up on.
And he knows he's an Israelite, man. Them guys know that they're Israel. They know that, man. It's just pride won't allow them to admit it, man. Go ahead.
and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain.
That's when the angels come. And that's when we get the spiritual power. So when the hunting part comes, we're not going to ask you what's your nationality. If we know that if you think that you're a Hamitic person or an atheist or a Catholic, you're just going to be killed, man. That's not going to be negotiation time. Matter of fact, go to, what is that, Ecclesiastes 5:1.
Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Because you got a lot of guys that'll come out, right? And they'll listen for a year, maybe two. Then all of a sudden, they're out there teaching, talking about I'm an elder. I'm an apostle, I'm a this, I'm a that. All right? They're like dope. Y'all know I'm at Phobia. I call them dope. All right? Them guys are kids, man. The main guy, he just came into this thing, man. What, 4 years ago? If that long? And now he's an elder? And he don't know shit, man. And he's coming up against us. Are you out your damn mind? I will make you look stupid with these scriptures, man. You don't know these scriptures, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and through time, man. I knew the elders personally. I used to hang out with the elders, man. When the movie Malcolm X came out, you go to that with us to the movie? No. It was me, Ariel, Marsha, Bahad, Shia, all of us, man. It was about 30 of us. We went to go see that movie together, man. I remember Ariel used to go see certain movies. He would hit the number. There'll be like maybe 12 of us. Look, I'm paying for everything. Oh, then we had a dude that was the CEO, but he was security at the theater. We didn't even have to pay. What movie y'all missing? We'll go right on there.
We went to see Posse.
Oh yeah, Posse. Yeah,
Big Daddy Kane was there. He was, he was in the lobby.
Yep.
You went to see it too.
Yep, that's right. Go ahead, brother.
It says, for they consider not that they do evil.
Right, read that up above that.
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
Yeah, that's these guys that come on YouTube, and they got 3 years in, 4 years in, and they're trying to go head to head with us. All right? Go ahead.
And be more ready to hear
Be more ready to hear. Go ahead.
than to give the sacrifice of food.
You say that you know something, then I'll ask you a question. Okay, you know this whole breakdown? Okay, what does this part mean? Then they don't come back for like 2 days. They don't mix some shit up. Then you say, wrong. I got another question. What does this mean? Wrong. Then after a while, they disappear. But then that demon jump back on them, then they'll come back again with some more bullshit, man. Go ahead.
For they consider not that they do evil.
For they consider not that they do evil, man.
Be not brash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in food. Pay that which thou owest. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest. Verse 5. For that thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Yeah, like when you come in this truth, that's a vow.
That's why when you leave the truth, you're cut off, man. And you had guys that left the truth, got kicked out, fell out, talk shit, and they trying to get back in, but the door's closed.
A lot of guys look at this thing lightly. But when you come into this knowledge, you're actually making a vow. You're making a vow before you how about shot. You gotta, like you said, you gotta pay that vow. If you don't pay it, it'll be sin unto you. That's in the law.
Go ahead.
Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error.
Oh, that's why when you fall out the truth, you know, like it says, hunters, like the apostles going into the angels may pay you a visit.
No, they are going to pay you a visit. They ain't no may about it. They're going to pay you a visit.
Come on. And then it ain't going to be a social call. The angels going to straight take you out, man.
The angels are the Most High's hitmen. You know? Hey, when a hitman comes, you know, they got a contract to kill this guy, and they're going to pay him a certain amount of money. You got certain people, how much they paying you. I'll pay you triple that. I got to keep the contract. Okay? So that's what the angels do, man. Scripture said that the angels love to do the bidding of the Most High, man.
And the angels, they're like the Terminators. Remember the saying from the movie, the first one? It can't be bargained with. It can't be bought. It doesn't feel pity. It doesn't feel remorse. No fear. The angels are just straight cold killers, man. That's what they do. Like the apostle said, they love to do the Lord's bidding.
They're programmed to do what the Most High said. So you can't tell them nothing, right? Okay?
It says, suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should the Most High be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands?
Now, let me ask you all a question. Did an angel, was there an angel that was appointed to kill Moses? Okay, what was the reason? By a show of hands. There was an angel that the Most High sent, death angel. The Most High sent out a death angel to kill Moses, a man that the Most High loved. Why did the Most High send down a death angel to kill Moses? More hands should be up. More hands should be up. Say that again? So this man is studying. Okay? Whether he's reading or he's watching us, he's studying, man. All your hands should have went up, man. This guy's face is out here I've seen for years, man. Yeah, because he knew, because that covenant, the first covenant with Abraham and Most High was circumcise yourself, even your servants. So that went down to Moses, man, and that went down to the children of Israel. So Moses didn't circumcise his son, and that thing was kill him. And guess who stopped that thing? A heathen woman. Right. A woman, an Ethiopian woman. He should be happy he didn't give it to nigga woman. Cushite woman. Gershom's foreskin. And then she threw it in Moses' face and said, a bloody man you are. Because the kid was bleeding all over the place. But then when that happened, the angel backed up. Okay?
Because the mission was complete. Now, some people might have got offended as the brother said, Moses, it's a good thing he didn't give her the nigga woman, because he would have been dead. Now, you know the greatest prophet that ever lived died at a birthday party because of a nigga woman? Absolutely. So some of you brothers in the audience, you should know who that prophet is. You brothers should know who I'm talking about. The greatest prophet that ever lived, Yahweh Shai said it out of his mouth that this was the greatest prophet that ever lived. And he wasn't talking about himself.
He died over the nigga woman.
He died because of the nigga woman at a birthday party. Brothers know that. Y'all know who that is.
That's John the Baptist.
And what was the woman's name? Or extra bonus, extra credit.
Well, it's not, you don't got to add to that because it's not in the scripture. It's in the history.
Salome?
No, Salome was she danced, but her mother was the wife of her name, Herodias. The daughter danced, and it was a Herod. He was sleeping with his brother's wife, Philip. He said the dance was, he was so impressed by the dance. He said, whatever you want, whatever you tell me, I'm going to give you the half of the kingdom, whatever. And she didn't know what to ask for, so the mother said, look, ask for John the Baptist's head on the silver charger. All right?
And her mother was...
And then Herod didn't want to do that, man.
But for the sake of the oath, he had to do it.
Exactly. And that was a nigga woman, man.
A Judite woman.
Judite woman.
She whispered in her daughter's ear, saying, tell them you want the head of John the Baptist was her people.
Well, furthermore, the daughter was an Edomite. So this fucking nigga woman laid down for Edomite, one of the Herod laws.
Because she wanted an easy life.
For the black queens out there.
Like they doing right now. There was a beautiful black woman standing over there earlier at the heart. So look at that. That's a beautiful black woman with a fucking crack.
That's why when the death angel comes, that's when the hunting part comes. I don't give a damn how fine that woman is. Her head's gonna be chopped off, man. Instantaneously, man.
The physical Passover in the East.
The daughter was named Salome. Just look up Salome, right? Salome and Herod. Go to Google and give me the whole history.
And Herod?
Herod was having an adulterous relationship with his brother Philip of the Herodians. All right? So there's a lot of history in this book too, man. And they're saying that, oh, this is a fairy tale book. But wait a minute. If this is a fairy tale book, how does this coincide so well with historical events? And they speak about Tiberius Caesar, which he was on the scene when Yahweh Shai was born. Okay?
So was Augustus.
You know, the great
Augustus had passed.
Yeah, Passover.
You know, Tiberius was in power. When Yahweh Shai was born, Tiberius was in
He was the
power.
one that put the decree for all the world tax.
It was him, but it was somebody else. I forget, because we did a thing, a sit down on that. There was another guy that was appointed to that, man. But it was for him, Tiberius. Matter of fact, get that, man. I'm talking about it. Let's get it.
Luke chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should
I'm
be
sorry,
taxed.
that Caesar Augustus But when Yahushua came on the scene, that's when Tiberius came in. Augustus was old, he was ready to die, right? Go ahead.
It says, and this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria.
Cyrenius. She's probably LBJ in the reincarnation. But where does it say it speaks about Tiberius? Go ahead.
Luke 3:1.
I gotta go back to the time.
All right, this is Luke chapter 3, verse 1. Now in the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar.
Okay, so yeah, Yahushua had to be about 15. And when he was born, that's when Augustus was about to die. And then Tiberius came. Yeah. There's no exact, off by 4 years.
It says, now in the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar, Pontius Pilate being governor of Judea, and Herod being tetrarch of Galilee, and his brother Philip tetrarch of Iturea, and of...
I'm going to ask you all a question. Herod, he had a father. He had a great father. What was his name? Gotta know that.
Was it Antipater?
Antipater. Antipater. Gotta know that, man. I don't expect you to know everything, but you gotta know some things, man. You know, you might ask me a smash question that you might have gotten, you know? But if you ask me 10 questions, I'm supposed to get like 8 of them right. Or have some type of idea. That's why you study, man. And like I said, when you come across the word Augustus, put the book down, go to Google, put in Augustus. And it'll give you a timeline, you know? Put in Tiberius. Put in Nero. Nero was around during the time of the Apostle Paul. Okay?
Just as a footnote, they said about Augustus declared the world to be taxed, and that was at the time of the birth of Yahushua. When you go into it about when the Romans would collect tax, it was around the springtime. You know where Esau gets, look, April 15th, you got to have everything in by April 15th, or you're going to get taxed.
Yeah, they got that from the Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire, it was in the springtime, somewhere around, you could say April, Mayish, around
and
there.
You paid your taxes and your bills on the 1st, because Julius Caesar, that's why you had a Julian calendar, which he went to Egypt to put the calendar together. They called it based upon the Egyptian calendar, but they called the Julian, the scholars called it Julian calendar, and the word calendar means calling. Callings, all right? Calling of debts or calling of taxes. So when you live in a building, right, when do you get your bill? You get a couple days before the new month coming, right? You might get it, I do, around the 28th, 27th, you get an envelope, the bill is due, the first of such and such and so on. They got that from the Roman Empire. Calendar. And the reason why they had the calendar was to keep up with the debts and the taxes. Go ahead.
All right, it says, now in the 15th year of the reign
of... See, these other guys are deep. They would know that Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is not the Sabbath. All right? So-called Jews follow that. That should tell you right there that's off.
Saturday.
That's Saturday, man. Okay?
Chapter priests of Saturn worship.
They wear the black. The judges wear the black. They're all Saturnalians. Yep.
And the yarmulke. That goes back to the worship of Saturn. And Saturn, to be in this Saturn worship, you had to be a faggot. You had to pop little boys in the behind. Because the worshippers of Saturn practice something called, Alistair Crowley called it sexual magic. In order to increase your magic or your power, you had to go in the anus of a little boy, which that anus also represents the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill. You can look all this up. The eye of war ass. I'm calling it war ass. The eye of war ass is the brown monster behind the little boy's anus. That's the all-seeing eye. So the worshippers of Saturn, they basically, that's how they increase their sexual magic, their power. Their warlockism.
Yeah, that's one of the degrees of masonry.
That's right.
Was it 33 or 32 degrees? What was that? What was it? 32? Oh, the Scottish, right? What was it called? 37 degrees? Yeah, what was the degree called 32nd, 33rd degree. Somebody look it up. 33 degree Mason. Go ahead.
Micah chapter 5, verse 11.
Sublime secret or something like that.
And now, Micah 5:11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land,
and they all
throw down all thy
Read that
strongholds.
again, I'm sorry. Read it again.
Micah 5:11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand. And thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee. Thou shalt no more worship the work of thy hands. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee.
That's your churches, the places of temples, mosques, the places that you worship your God. Go ahead.
So will I destroy thy cities, and I will execute vengeance in anger.
And that's a miracle. Go ahead.
And I will execute vengeance in anger, and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard.
That's what degree is that? That's the 33rd degree Mason. When you get to that level, it's usually most of the presidents are at that level. Well, part of that, the sublime secret is a popular voice. The sexual magic, whatever you want to call it. Supposedly give you power. Hey, Yeshua, that's why Yeshua says Satan will pop in the ass, because he's a goddamn mix. You know? Yeah, brother. Of course, but all you got to do is go to Google and put in presidents who are mixed. They'll give you a whole line for it, man. That's right. That's right. Give me Isaiah 47.
Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said none
That's the so-called white man. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Go ahead.
Thou hast said none seeth me. Thy wisdom and
Because how did they do it? They set up the Illuminati, the secret organization. Like if you go back 20 years, you mentioned Illuminati. Oh, at the schoolyard, I see these young kids playing basketball, and a couple of them left, and the dude threw up the Baphomet sign and Mono Panoto, and he said Illuminati. So but back 20 years ago, that was unheard of, man. You would ask a person, who's the richest family on the planet? They might say the Rockefellers. No, the richest family on the planet are families like the Oppenheimers, the Rothschilds, the Langolos, all right? Yep. Those families, like the Langolos, they go back during the time of Christopher Columbus. The Oppenheimers, the Rothschilds came into power up under the Oppenheimers, man. So you got riches that go back 500 years ago, man.
It's long money right there.
Brothers, that's how you know they're going down, because their power was secrecy. That's what, like the mob in their heyday, it was real powerful because they were secret. The mob was a secret society. Then you had that guy who came out and revealed them. What's his name? The monster. Joe Valachi. That was the beginning of the end for them. Because that was their power. Their power was secrecy. And it's the same thing with the bankers.
Now you know why he did that, right?
What's that?
You know why he built it, right?
Yeah, because they were going to kill him.
Because he was a rat.
Oh, he's a rat. Yeah, Joe Valachi. Yeah, he's a rat. He's a rat. But the point is, that's what their power is, secrecy. So them bankers, that's their power, secrecy. So now that they're coming out and being revealed, they're losing their power. The average so-called American nowadays start.
You don't got to take them down. In other words, you don't take them down by getting guns and killing them and all that, locking them up. You expose them. And when you expose them, people move away from that system. They know that they're part of that system, so people come out of that system, so they no longer have any power. Right. See, this right here, what we're teaching, is the biggest threat, because we're bringing the truth. Okay?
Doesn't that go back to the scripture that says, how to wear the shall search stuff?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because you got to search. That's how you know. That's how we know that the white man is Esau, because we searched it out. When you look up the word Edom, and when you look up the word Esau, and a couple of weeks back, I asked her what does the word Idumea mean. And a lot of y'all didn't know. We went into the Bible dictionary, Esau's book rather, and it said Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom.
That's right.
See?
Hey, brothers, we know that the wicked stems from Cain. The wicked is a so-called white man. And the so-called white man's lineage goes back to Cain. Now, for the wicked to be built up, what did the Lord have to do to Cain? He had to hide him. Remember what is written? If anyone sees me, they're going to destroy me. Right. So to build up Cain, he had to be hidden for a period of time until he was built up. So there's power in being hidden. There's power in secrecy.
And he was destroyed with the flood. But the spirit of Cain came back as Esau. He came back as a Hebrew.
That's why we're living in a time when the wicked once again will be exposed. Now once the wicked, just like Cain, if Cain would have been exposed, he would have been killed back then. He had to be hidden. So just like now, the wicked is being exposed. So everyone that sees them, we got to destroy them. They're the wicked. That's right.
See? Yeah, he said that anyone that sees me shall kill me. And the Most High put a mark upon him and push him out of that land into the land of Nod. Right? You know?
Like these brothers are speaking about the Rothschild family, how we know that that's the head family of Esau because it cooperates with the scriptures. Now, Jacob had what, 12 sons, right? Right, the 12 princes, right? Ishmael had 12 sons too. But how many sons did Esau have? If any brothers know, I ain't talking to you, brother. Hey.
They had 5 sons.
Exactly. How many sons did Rothschild have? Say 5 sons. And they were all trained in banking and dealing with money.
One with the France, one with the Paris, one with the Great Britain, one with the...
They went to every Germany, France, and they took over the money system in the continent.
England.
Yep.
Rothschild means red child. Roth in German is red. Yep.
Red shield.
Red shield.
Red shield.
Red shield, red child.
See, when the so-called white man gets rough, when he gets angry, he turns red.
Right. Maya M. Shel Bauer. But that Bauer, that means peasant.
It means peasant, because that's what they're going to go back to. They're going to go back to being peasants.
So that's not even their Rothschild's not even their real name. They just took that name because he had a red shield on the front of his bank account. Money. They were called money lenders. All right. Which ain't nothing but a bank. Money lenders, right?
Same shield the police hit you with, that's the shield of Rothschild. On the highways, that's interstate.
This right here is Interstate 495. And you have the Rothschild shield up there. If you go on the actual highway part. No?
So they're going down. They're being revealed. 30, 40 years ago, majority of people didn't know about this. And that was their strength.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. That was their strength that people didn't know. It was being hidden. So now it's coming out. So now they're losing their power. And there's not a damn thing they can do about it. They can try to pass all the legislation on the internet. They can't stop the internet. That's why Jay Rockefeller.
The cat's out the bag. The horses are outside the stall.
That's right.
On the pond. Somebody give me, you got something? After that, somebody hold on deck Psalms 10 and also go to Psalm 64.
And that's why Jay Rockefeller made the statement the internet should have never been invented. Why? Because the internet is bringing out the truth, brothers. The internet is bringing out the truth. The internet is the unicorn that's gathering the seed into the barn.
You sure about that, brother?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right.
And you know that technology of the internet, right?
And by the way, that's something that Ariel didn't know.
Right.
That's why them guys are attacking me now. Because a lot of those guys, those other Israelite groups, what you're going to find out is their marketing purpose.
That's right.
They learned from the main school of One West, and that's what they're teaching.
Same stuff.
So even when we showed that Ariel went off on certain things, they're still teaching the same thing. And sometimes they'll say, Ariel never taught that. When I come back and say, well, wait a minute, Ariel is teaching that Tootsie Roll is a godsend comfortable. Why don't you with him now? Well, he went off. Oh, but back then he didn't go off? Where we at? Go ahead.
Okay, this is Psalm 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life.
That prayer? Is that David? Say it. A man after the Most High's own heart. Right.
Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Now that's what we're saying. Remember, hey, remember when Polite said you're gonna get the blood and the crips on us?
Right.
Hey, say that prayer. Preserve my life from the enemy. Now who were the enemy at this point? They were other Israelites. All right? So brother, go ahead, Ak.
Verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Go ahead.
Who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may share not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately.
Because when they shoot at us, they're supposed to fear. Why? Because they know that we're the children of the Most High. They knew it before we knew it. When they were bringing us from so-called West Africa over here, they knew that they were bringing the Israelites over here. So the elite knows that, man. But here they are coming against us, knowing that we're the children of the Most High.
Well, that's in Lamentations. This is the day we have seen it. In other words, they look for the downfall of Israel. They finally saw it around 1620. And they even called it manifest destiny for the so-called North American Indians, the Gadites. They said, look, we're taking over your land because this is manifest destiny. This is, in other words, this is our time to rule. Your time to be a slave unto us. So they knew. And by the way, brothers, Custer worked for the Rothschilds. Okay? Custer worked for the Rothschilds. On Custer's grave was the symbol of the red shield. So Custer was a direct employee of the Rothschilds. George Armstrong Custer.
This is the book. It's called The Negro Question Part 4, The Missing Link. And this is on page 48. It says, America as a land, it's the title of an essay from Benjamin Franklin. America as a land of opportunity, author Benjamin Franklin. Subject, why increase the sons of Africa in America? Why should the Palatine Moors/Germans be suffragists to swarm into our Pennsylvania settlements? They will never adopt our customs any more than they can adopt our complexion. All of Africa, Asia, and America, except for us, are black. Russia, Italy, Spain, France, Swedes, and the Germans are black.
Check that out.
What book is that?
It's called The Negro Question Part 4.
You can get that off
Yeah, off Amazon. And also, too, they got in here where Oliver Cromwell had put the edict. He had sent the edict to push us out of Scotland, Ireland, and he basically threatened us.
And Cromwell was a threat.
Yeah, he was an Edomite. He was a devil. Edomite devil. I was trying to find it.
When you find it, bring it on down.
Oliver Cromwell, I believe he was also responsible for putting the Irish on slave ships to the Caribbean, to Trinidad, to Jamaica, sending them out to Australia. Oliver Cromwell, because you got a lot of so-called Irish and Scots that's in the Caribbean, that been living there in the Caribbean for years, that goes back to this guy Cromwell. They put the Irish on ships and they sent them into the Caribbean and sent them out to Australia.
Oh yeah, one of those islands is Barbados. It's a video to show so-called white patriots speak just like the people of Barbados. They were Israelites, man, but they look like so-called white people because their line went back to Scotland. That's why, if you notice, you brothers notice that the Irish, the so-called Irish, the so-called Jamaicans, there's like there's like a kinship. You know, when you see the so-called Jamaicans doing that skank, Rasta skank, that ain't nothing but an Irish chick. It looks like an Irish chick.
All it is.
They drink Guinness. They drink Guinness.
I was about to say that.
So-called Irish drink Guinness. You see the connection?
Yeah.
And these elites know, they know. But they're not going to tell these average people. These average people are average.
Back in the Negro Question Part 4, listen, link, page 26. I'll start at the top. It says, Oliver Cromwell was Lord Protector of the Commonwealth of England, Ireland, and Scotland. After the assassination of Scottish/English King Charles I, upon taking military command of the Commonwealth, he invaded Ireland, and history states that he committed genocide in the island against the black population. The black Irish that he didn't kill, he sold into the slave trade in 1641. Cromwell had 300,000 black Irish sold into the North Atlantic slave trade. And in 1650, he had 100,000 Irish, Scottish/children. Irish Irish/Scottish children sold into Barbados. There is an interesting law that Cromwell had published, and it read, Oliver Cromwell Edict 1653. Those who fail to transplant themselves to Connaught or Clare within 6 months shall be guilty of high treason. You will then be sent into America or some other part beyond the sea. The Royal African Company sent 249 ships to the West Indies, sending 60,000 African, Irish, and to the Americas and West Indies. Make no mistake about it. It is these people are here in this colony with us. America is a huge colony spread over 50 states, and we have all been mingled together. I have a greater witness than this. And basically, you know how they like to say that we all came from Africa, but we came from West Africa. A portion of our people came from West Africa that didn't leave and go into Ireland, Spain, England, all those areas, right? So we was ruling that area. King James, that was our people, man. And so what ended up happening was when they killed King Charles I, they was taking over. The Englishmen are the white people. And so they took over, they pushed us out of there, and he put this league up. They were trying to get us to go to Connaught and get out of our homeland. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, I just feel out my shot.
Right. Now see when you read that back at One West, we used to go into a lot of these different books. Shire mainly pushed a lot of that stuff, but that's all that history, man. That's all that different history books, man. Different time periods. You know? Give me Joel 3 and 6.
Also, he read prophecy. The Lord said that he would scatter the children of Israel. That's how he scattered them through slavery. Okay?
Go ahead and read.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border.
You know what? Start from the very beginning.
Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold the girl for wine that they might drink.
That's that slave, the so-called Negro slave trade. Go ahead.
Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
Tyre and Zidon, going back into history, was the Canaanites, all right? And you had the Philistines that had that part of the land too. That's why we go into the history of David and Israel fighting against the Philistines, because the Philistines, which goes back to Mizraim, all right, they had part of Canaan. So they had pushed the real Canaanites out, so these Philistines came up in here. That's why that place is called Palestine today. When you look up the word Palestine, the Palestinians, they'll tell you in Google, or if you go to like etymology.com, they'll tell you that that word goes back to the Philistines. You look up the word the Philistines, it'll take you back to Philistim, which are one of the sons of Mizraim. That's why they were known for their height, man. Okay? Like I said, when you read certain words that you don't understand, just go to Google. Okay, a lot of y'all, just me, a lot of times I don't even answer, man. Because my thing is this. A lot of the stuff that we found, okay, we were taught by Ariana, right? And One West, but a lot of the stuff that we're teaching went beyond what Ariana taught, man. But these other camps, they teach the same One West stuff. That's why they're teaching that Friday, sundown, and Saturday, something's down as Sabbath. What else they be teaching? There's a lot of things that we're teaching that if you're an African, you go into slavery, we don't deal with Africans. No, you were born in Africa. They didn't go deep, man. They didn't realize that you had to, when Esau, sold us to America, right? You had a lot of Israelites that stayed over there in Africa, man. You had a kingdom, you had a fort called Fort Judah during the kingdom of Dahomey. And if you put that in now on Google, it will tell you that you had Jews down there. It was a French word, but it meant, when you translate, it means Fort Judah. Okay? So if you had a Fort Judah in Western Africa, you had Israel, the land of Israel over here, in the so-called Africa fought Judah, what should that tell you? That should tell you that what? That you had Israelites, Jews over there in West Africa, man. You had this kingdom. What was the kingdom? Kingdom Mali. What was the principal guy? The principal guy of Mali, the great king. His name is on the tip of my tongue. And we were going through this a couple of weeks ago. He was the greatest king in that kingdom of Mali. And the guy was dark-skinned, but you can see that he was a Jake. The people of Ghana, those are for the most part Israelites. You might have some Hamites mingled in there. You got Sierra Leone, you got Ghana, you got Senegal, all right, you got Nigeria, which is the Congo, Lagos, Cape Verde, or even Nate did a video saying that the people in West Africa are Israelites, man. But here you got Yohana and this bunch of idiots talking about, no, you were African, you were born in Africa, you can't come to the country.
And the majority of
say again, Mansa Musa. All right, Mansa Musa. He was an Israelite. And there's a lot of history on this guy, man. And they were known for their merchants and their trade up and down West Africa. Okay?
And the majority of so-called black Americans came from West Africa. So how you going to tell me that all the Israelites was every last one of them was extracted out of the west part of Africa? That don't make no damn sense. And as much as the Israelites like to have sex, there's still a bunch of Israelites over there in West Africa. Okay? Furthermore, the Lord said he would gather his elect from the four corners of the earth. So there's Israelites scattered all over the earth, which includes the west part of Africa.
That's why you're going to have Israelites. Give me Revelation 7. Go right to the point. You're going to have Israelites come out of among the Vietnamese. They're going to look like Vietnamese, and they're going to be talking that talk that they talk. All that bullshit, man.
Oh, on YouTube they got the Vietnamese breakdancing. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw the videos. All you gotta do is type in Vietnamese.
Do they dance like niggas?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. They're doing the up rock. You know what the up rock is, right? They're doing the up rock. You see a chinky-eyed dude doing the up rock, man, like he's from South Bronx.
There's this one guy. He's in the martial arts, right? He's like a sand show specialist. And they had sand show tournaments. It's like kickboxing, but you could grab a person. You grab a person, I'm sorry, brother, and throw him down, right? Then he got into MMA. That was Chung Lee. And he Vietnamese, but when you listen to that guy talk, he sounded like a nigga, man. He had won this one fight, and he said, look, I like eating chocolate chip cookies. And he said, I couldn't eat them because I had to get ready for the fight. But now that I won this fight, he said, I'm going to go home and eat a whole box of chocolate chip cookies. That's something, and milk. That's something a nigga would say, man.
Oh, Bruce Lee. I mean, Bruce Lee, we always make this connection. You got Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan been in the United States since, what, 1980?
Since forever.
When he did a movie called The Chinatown Kid. It's around 1980, early, somewhere around there. Jackie Chan has been in this country all that time. He still can't speak English. Right. Well, but Bruce Lee spoke English like it was normal.
He sounded like a Jake.
He sounded like a Jake. Can I tell you, baby? You know, this bamboo, baby, this flexes. You know, the way he talks, which shows he had that soul, man. Bruce Lee was not a so-called Moabite, or a Moabite. Bruce Lee was a Jake, man. He was Israel.
Right. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Because you're going to have Israelites coming from every different nation. You're going to have Israelites looking like so-called Jews. Believe that or not. You're going to have Israelites looking like real Africans. Okay, bring it up. Looking like real Africans.
This is Babylon the Timbuktu, page 92. Eldad the Danite. In the 9th century, a black African Hebrew arrived in the city of, if I'm pronouncing it right, Muan in Algeria. And this city was one of the famous Talmudic schools. The name of this Hebrew was Eldad the Danite. He told a credible story of a Hebrew empire south of the Sahara in the western Sudan.
So you can read that again?
He told a credible story of a Hebrew empire south of the Sahara in the western Sudan.
That was an Israelite empire in the Sudan.
According to Eldad the Danite, the Hebrews in the interior...
I got to stop you now. Sudan, get a map. Get the world map out.
Get the world map. The brother can get in.
This right here is West Africa, right? I'm sorry.
That's South America.
That's it. I turn upside down. No, I'm sorry. This right here is West Africa, right? Sudan is right here. People in Sudan were pushed out of Egypt. When you check out the people of the Sudan, they're tall, black, ashy, all right, and crispy, all right? Well, you had Israelites that were mingled among the Egyptians. There's this guy that out of the Sudan, he played for the NBA, and I saw him playing. I said, that guy's a Jake, but he looked like a Hamite, okay? He looked like a Hamite. You got this one guy, what's this guy's name? I put the video up. My brother from
basketball, these nights.
I saw that video. I can't pronounce his name though.
Yep. The dude looked like a Jake, but he's from West Africa. You can clearly see that's an Israelite, man. Now you got Manute Bo's son, Bobo. He ain't got it. He ain't got it, man. If you go to Africa, if you gonna ever take a trip to Africa, go to West Africa, man. You'll vibe with the people. Any other place in Africa, you ain't gonna vibe with them, man, because they're not our people.
Right. I got something like the
Give me the Lord do and make a difference. What's that? Exodus 11:7, I believe. That's it.
Yeah, like the pygmies. What is that?
Ain't nobody gonna vibe with no. Ain't no Negro gonna vibe with no pygmies.
They might eat you.
Huh?
They might try to eat you.
They're
Some pictures of Africans you ain't gonna find.
They might try to see.
Of all people, you know, sitting there, how is that?
You imagine vibing with that? You ain't gonna vibe with that, man.
What about this? Would you go out on a date with
Hell no.
Come on, brother.
Oh, hold up now. Wait a minute. These are your people, man.
Vibe with this?
You can't get no milk out of it.
This guy Polite, when he went to Egypt, right, he was talking to this waiter, which was a dark black African, right? So Polite was trying to show him the brother handshake, like, you know, you pull back. Yeah. And Polite was like, but the dude was like, and then when Polite left, he said, this is my brother right here. And then the dude, the Hamite tried to get jiggy, and he said, see you later, alligator. Even white people don't say that, man.
Hell no. See you later, alligator.
And then Polite had to get out of here, man. But you can see that the guy, and he went like this, he went, you Polite, and I'm the Hamite. That was him, man.
I got some history.
Oh, keep the map up, brother. Keep that map up. Ain't nobody told you to put that map down, brother. I'm just messing.
I'll get someone else to hold that. Hey, another brother, come over here and hold this up, man.
That's Mali right there. The kingdom of Mali, Mansa Musa, he was an Israelite, man. Any place where Israel went, they made it great, man. All right, you go down south. Look at read some of them. I can't see. Read some of them names.
Democrats, Congo.
The people of Congo, they're Israelites. Angola. Oh, I put in Angola on YouTube. They were showing by the river, the river or the sea or whatever, and they were dancing. They looked just like Jake. They were acting like Jake. Their flavor was as a Jake, just like Jake, man. Everything, the way that they ate, the way they talked, Jake, man.
history.
Go ahead.
You've been saying about Jake's being there. Now, this is a
So, Captain Zariak, you should be watching this, man.
There was in the 1800s, there was a Jewish archaeologist named Nahum Slocum, I believe he was a sophomore, and who wrote in the early part of the 20th century. He said, for many years, the author of this book has been gathering material for a history of the Jewish migration into the Sahara and the Sudan. One part of his work is already done. The establishing of the authenticity of these migrations to the writings of the Arabs and the oral traditions of the country. He can now add archaeological evidence furnished by the ruins of ancient Jewish cities in the Sahara and the Sudan, and the documentary evidence of Hebrew inscriptions like those of Twat, which date from the 13th and 14th centuries.
Twat, like Tweet. This guy. His mother is an Israelite. I believe she's Nigerian, if I'm not mistaken. I know she's from West Africa. She speaks Tweet.
Yep, speaks Tweet. It is now an established fact that Ghana was a black Hebrew state, and at this juncture, I shall continue my writings concerning the Zad dynasty of Ghana.
Ghana was a what? Read that part again. Ghana was what?
It said that Ghana was a black Hebrew state.
Ghana was a black Hebrew state. Check that out.
Got something else for you here too.
And a lot of the Jakes that came in from America, from West Africa, a lot of them came from Ghana. Nigeria, Lagos.
A lot of them are like third and fourth generation.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Kobe Bryant, he's Igbo, which is Nigerian.
Latifah, right?
Queen Latifah is Igbo.
Omar Epps
is Igbo. Who else?
Morgan Freeman, right?
Morgan Freeman. Who else? Vivica A. Fox. She's Igbo. Come on now. Hey, if you a Hamite, I would pick up that 5.
Right.
Now, are you gonna tell me now? If this brother wanted to go to the cookout up there with Zariak, he would kick him out. He said, "No, what are you, a Hamite? No, you can't." There's an Israelite right here, huh?
Down in Washington, D.C., we got a lot of Igbos down in Washington.
Our camp down there in D.C., a lot of those guys were about 5, 6, maybe 10, close to 10, because they got a big camp.
Yeah.
They're Nigerian, Igbo, you know? And I didn't know that until they told me. They act just like Jake, because a lot of them was, matter of fact, in D.C., there's a big...
Right. Oh, that's what the prophecy says. Then you shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. That's in the book of Daniel. So run to and fro means you, like the brother said, you're able to talk to someone in Hawaii like it's nothing. Yeah. Then you could go from talking to someone in Hawaii to someone in Russia like it's nothing. Yeah.
I'm just out here visiting.
One expression of abilities of a unicorn communicating telepathically or non-verbally.
Which is made up anything.
But that's made up.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the first 9. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Yeah, we're waiting for that time. When Michael stands up. That's when the so-called white men, when they're going to bring their armies against the Lord. So the angel, the Lord, they're going to have, like when the scriptures say there was war in heaven, that's what that's talking about. The so-called white man, his armies go up against the armies of the Lord, which is the Lord and the angels.
You don't have to.
Go ahead.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
Time of trouble. And that's also written in Jeremiah 37. Jacob's trouble. Yeah,
Even to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered.
At that time thy people shall be delivered, Lord.
Everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Right, another name for that is the elect, chosen. All right, first fruits. All right.
Yeah, this is not a thing where our job is chance to wake up as many Israelites as us. Because the only ones that's going to wake up are the ones that the Most High put that mark in their head. Right? You know? Church of the Firstborn. Sawa. Going to many names.
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Right. They're like for life. And then we saw that in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to see them in the kingdom of heaven. That's how we know that all of them are going to make it in the kingdom of heaven. Right. And they're going to put their head down when they see us, man. Because all that fighting that they did against us, and they're going to realize that they're actually Israelites, you're not going to feel good. You know?
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that
I'm sorry, that dust represent Kemetic bullshit, you know, Islam, Jehovah's Witness, Roman Catholic, you know what I'm saying? And then even guys in other camps, like the ISUBK and Dopey and IUIC, all those guys that are following these guys talking shit about us, they're going to have their heads down too.
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness.
Oh, and they that turn many to righteousness, man. You had guys that were like, Islam or Kemetic, or most of us came out of the Christian church, so that there was nothing righteous about the Baptist or the Methodist or Roman Catholic. So we were the ones that turned many to righteousness. Right? Okay?
As the stars forever and ever.
That's another day of 30 or 20. The kingdom of heaven would have a glow. Would have a glow around.
Right. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
The time which we're in that time now, the end of the so-called white man system, the end of his kingdom. You know what it means by seal? Yep. Anybody tell me what it means by seal?
Seal with this knowledge?
No, seal means it's closed up, it's locked.
Oh, okay. So.
Back in the ancient world, you even watch certain movies like the 1600s, when they used to send letters, they would write the letter, they would fold the letter, and then they would take wax, and they would have the signet, and they would take the camera wax, and they would put it on the part where it's folded, right? And then they would put the seal on it. Now, when somebody passes it on to somebody else, if the seal is broken, they know that somebody got to that secret. Okay? Yep. When the guy gets a letter to him and the seal is on there, that wax, that means it's for him, nobody open it up. So it's between me and this guy who sent it to me. So that's what this book was, this seal. So now it's being open. How's it being open? How's it been? You could have read this book back 500 years ago, but you couldn't break down what the beast represents, the mark of the beast. Help me out. Give me some. In fact, mark of the beast, in fact, who Esau is, who Jake is, and so forth. All right? In other words, the Most High is using us. The Most High gave this to us. Give this to y'all. Give this to other people. Okay?
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the word and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
So now, you can't even keep up with all the Israelite groups. And I'm not talking about GMS, I'm talking about the ISUPK, I'm talking about the IUIC, I'm talking about Dopey, I'm talking about the LOI, the GOCC, the HODC, outright HODC, a thug, right? Yep. Which they should change their name. That kind of, that's them, but that gives you you're not committing any sin. But I wouldn't use it. It gives off a bad vibe, like it's a gang. We're not a gang, man, But anyway, you got all these different groups out here, and of all these different groups, the big thing is you got to have camps in other states, right? ISUPK, don't they got camps? Let's say ISUPK Virginia, ISUPK DC, ISUPK Florida, ISUPK Ohio, GMS Chicago, GMS LA. Well, there's a couple of GMS GMS camps out there on the West Coast, man. GMS Toronto, GMS Bobby Mont. There's a couple of camps in Canada, man. GMS Hawaii, GMS Jamaica, Trinidad, Alaska, Germany, London, England. There's 3 camps, GMS camp. Then you got the GOCC, they got camps out there. So this word, see, we got different philosophies or different doctrines, but we all speaking the same thing. What's the sign, man? Over there. Over there. Wide open. Now, when Nate got on YouTube, right, and he started kind of blowing up a little bit, he didn't have the sign out there, man, because he really didn't believe in the sign. And you know what made him go back to the sign? Us. We were getting on his ass. And he finally brought the sign back out. So now we're getting on him with that name. But he's bucking against that. All right, go ahead.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Knowledge is what? This technology, man. We couldn't, without the web, without the unicorn, satellite technology, there's no way in the hell we could have got to all these people, man. I said, will the unicorn help thee, or will he abide at thy crib? And that word crib goes back to the Latin, manja, which means manger, which is the eater. In other words, you go on YouTube, I could have made a video, like a classic video 3 years ago, and you want to kind of refresh your memory on that video, and you put the thing in, it'll just pop up. And it'll say 3 years ago it was put up, 4 years ago it was put up. All right? And when we first got on YouTube, I did a thing called the Pure Truth Concerning Hell. And that's when brothers were just coming in from different states. And now everybody's watching that video. Because everybody was taught that if you die and you're not right, you're going to burn in hell. But you still got camps that are teaching, the GOCC, they're teaching that you can burn in hell, man. Oh, they're teaching, the guy Elvin Dubois, the GOCC, said that there's going to be 2 million angels that's going to accompany Christ. Can anybody tell me where that's in scriptures? It ain't nowhere in the scriptures. Now you know what scripture he was going by, right? Revelation 9. Matter of fact, go to that. Either you or you. Revelation 9 and around like 14.
Revelation 9 and verse 14. Saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the 3rd part of men. And the number of
Esau represent the 3rd part of men. You got sons of men, sons of the Most High, and sons of the wicked, right? So they represent the sons of the men, which are wicked. Go ahead.
Right. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000,
which is 2 million. It ain't talking about angels. It's talking about missiles. Go ahead.
And I heard the number.
Somebody hold me, Joel 2.
And thus I saw the horses in the vision.
And they think it's angels because they're saying, they the angel got on the horses. Go ahead. It said the Lord was going to come down on a white horse. But then there's other scriptures saying that he won't come down in a so-called UFO. So what does a horse represent? It represents power. Let's say a guy on a big Clydesdale horse come walking down with the horse. You're going to move out the way. Because the horse is going to walk over. Horses represent power. Okay?
And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire.
So they're thinking it's angels sitting on these horses. Go ahead.
Having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. And by these 3...
You guys are crazy, man. You niggas, the GOCC is crazy. Go ahead.
By these 3 was the 3rd part of men killed, by fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Their power is in their mouth, and in their tails, for their tails are like unto serpents. And
so angels got tails now? It's talking about the ICBF, all right? The power issues, they have mouths like lions. What's a lion? they tear you up with their mouth, right? Their power is in their heads and in their tails. Tails are for what? This is the propellant the rocket from one continent to another. Okay? That's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
Right. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet
Let's
repented of the plague.
go to, right, by this plague. Go to Joel 2.
Joel chapter 2 verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound in the...
Are we doing that? Y'all are Zion. What does the word Zion mean? You know I always put you on the spot. What does the word, by a show of hands, what does Zion mean? Same hands go up. Well, what's it mean? Representatives. What does it mean? You just said that.
Monument.
Come on now. Monument. What is a monument? It's something that you remember. When the Most High looks at us in our dead state, the reason why He's going to deliver us, because He remembered us. Okay?
America's not Zion.
Oh, hell no.
America's Zion is the word. Faggot.
Right. You don't like faggot. Well, I'm a man after your own heart. No, I hate him. I hate him.
I don't like your life.
Well, I don't go deeper than that. I hate them. I hate them niggas, man. Go ahead. You know white niggas.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Are we doing that? When have we came out and said we're going to have a picnic or a cookout? We ain't came out here to have a good time with you guys. We came out here to push this word out, man. Read that again. Now, when you sound an alarm, that means something getting ready to happen that's going to jack you up. So we're telling you, you got to get ready, get prepared, wake up, get ready to run, stretch, whatever the hell you want to duck.
What's an alarm? Alarm is something to wake you up. Alert you.
When the enemy comes, you alarm them. And by the way you alarm them is by a trumpet, man. I'll tell you that in 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter.
It's a warning.
There's certain trumpet sounds to call in the people for certain high holy days.
Yep.
And there's certain sounds that when you hear that sound, the enemy's coming.
Yep.
So when we blow on the trumpet now, we're telling you that the enemy's coming.
That's right. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
And then that tremble, you know when they're going to start trembling? When all hell with Jacob trouble kicks in. Go ahead.
It says, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
So we know they're talking about the day of the Lord. When the day of the Lord comes, that's the destruction of America. And the destruction of this white man's world. Okay? The white man will have an end. It's right around the corner. This guy, go ahead.
A day of darkness and of gloominess.
A day of darkness and of gloominess. Go ahead.
A day of clouds and of thick darkness.
Go ahead.
As the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong.
That great people and a strong, REI used to say, that was talking about Israel waking up and killing white people. The great people and the strong is talking about missiles. Go ahead.
There hath not been ever the like.
Wait a minute. If it's talking about Israel, from the beginning of Israel, going back 2,000 years, 5,000, 3,000 years, 3,500 years, 5,000 years, instead of people, there's going to be a particular people that was never like any other people. So we know it's not talking about Israel.
Right.
Go ahead.
Neither shall be any more after it.
So these people are going to come do some stuff, then they're going to disappear into the heavens. Those people are talking about the missiles. Right. Because Joel, that's Joel, right? Joel looked at the missiles coming, and to him it looked like a great army of soldiers coming. Not stopping, you know? Go ahead.
It says, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoured.
Because when the kingdom, after the missiles hit, when the kingdom is established, the kingdom is going to be forever. We're never going to see, there ain't going to be no need for no goddamn missiles, man. All right, go ahead.
The prophecy say we'll be burning them for 7 years, right?
Yep, that's right.
We'll burn all those weapons for 7 years. That's in Ezekiel, which means a complete amount of time.
Until we get rid of the until we get rid of the waste.
Yeah.
Because when the missiles drop, there's going to be a lot of waste. There's going to be a lot of toxins in the air. Because it tells you that the smoke of its torment of Babylon is going to go up forever and ever, meaning a long time, man.
That's right.
Y'all remember when the World Trade Center went down, right? And we were right here the week, well, about a month after we came down, and we drove past it. Remember the classic picture where the buildings were like that? We actually went past it, man, and you saw a whole lot of people praying, candles and all that. And then maybe like a month or two later, the smoke was still going up. It was about maybe 3 months before the smoke stopped. They had to let the smoke, so that went up for a long time. So can you imagine America being bombarded by 2 million missiles? Huh? And destroying this place? How long is the smoke going to go up? For a long time. 200 million or 2 million? 200,000 is 2 million. That's why he said that the Lord is coming back with 2 million angels. The angels are talking about the missiles. All right?
And they took a picture from satellite of the Trade Center being on fire. They showed the smoke. It's a satellite picture. You see a white cloud. That was the smoke. From, because Esau's got those satellites about 150 miles above the earth, and they take pictures. And the reason why Esau got that out there is it just escaped me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The fight against Yahushua.
Yeah.
But really,
also
but it's really for us. Some satellites, Esau does things for us.
Also to show that it just came back to me. Also to show the America being destroyed to the other people of the world. See, those satellites are going to show satellite pictures of America being destroyed. That's that prophecy in Revelation 18. Where it says they stood afar off and weeping. Right.
Because it's going to be televised on news, and they're going to be saying, you know how they were talking, they were so solemn when the World Trade Center went down, and anytime they had a newscast, he had his head down, and this is a terrible day. Well, that's how they're going to do when America's going. You'll have Europe, Euro News and BBC.
Yep.
This is the worst tragedy that we. Al Jazeera, all these Press TV, RT. That's going to be the #1 news. That's going to be breaking news. Breaking news. America has been destroyed.
And RT, they do that segment where they don't talk. They just show.
That's Euro News. No
RT
comment.
does it too.
Oh yeah, no, they do it, but they got it from.
Okay, right.
But you're right.
Right. But that's bad, man. They don't talk. They just show pictures. Like if they're showing the Greece riots, they'll show people in Greece going crazy. There's no.
And they won't say nothing. They'll say no comment news.
Right.
But the Euro News started that.
So can you imagine when America's destroyed? You're going to have that no comment news. They're just going to show cities on fire. They're going to show this was Chicago.
That speaks 1,000 words.
Oh, this was Hollywood, California. It's gone.
Up in smoke.
Up in smoke. There you go. Oh, the brother got it. See? I was not lying. I was telling the truth. That's from outer space, brothers. Now that's just two buildings.
I've seen it before when the first.
Right. Brothers, that's just 2 buildings. So can you imagine the whole of America? That's why the earth is going to, it says the darkness is going to cover the earth.
And you know what? When them buildings went down, I remember when they went down. I was working on this job, and the supervisor, he had a small TV, and he said, look, you got to come see this, man. And when I actually saw it, I saw that they didn't televise the first hit. So while we were watching the building on fire, all of a sudden I saw it, that we were like, holy shit, you know? And it was like surreal. And then I was making deliveries, right? And every place I went to, from about of 9 in the morning till about 11:30. I would go to a lot of office buildings, and people's head was down. They were all messed up. And then at around 12 o'clock, what they did was all the office buildings, they just closed down. Yeah. So you could see people like around 11:30, and people leaving and going home, man. And then there were certain deliveries I made at bars, and you seen what was that on Tuesday? Tuesday, that's right. Yeah, normally everybody at the bar on a Friday night. Well, Tuesday was like a Friday night. The bars were packed, and people were drinking. Edomites, they were drinking, they were talking, and then they had the TV, they were watching the whole thing, and they were talking. Yeah, oh my goodness. I remember that, man. When that happened, that literally changed the whole world. And that's a little event. That's not a major event. A major event is when America is destroyed, when Babylon is destroyed. And it's going to happen. How do I know it's going to happen? Because the Most High said it's going to happen. That's right. And where did he say? How do I know it? Because he left it to us in the book. That's right. That's the judgment. So we know, we know America's going to be totally destroyed. Absolutely. Anybody on the soil of America, they're going to be destroyed.
I remember it really good happening. I remember President George W. Bush in Florida with a bunch of black children, which he'd never be around black.
Well, it was the setup. It was like Nero and Rome Burns. Nero was like he was playing the lights, the Greeks, and he was singing this poem, this song from a Greek poem.
He was reading a book called White Cat and Ghost.
Exactly. He was reading it upside down. Yeah, upside down. And what does a goat represent? Sacrifice. Saints and sacrifice. Okay.
So those morons in the Trade Center, they were being sacrificed, even as it happened.
Because the Israelite nationals and so-called Jews from Israel that were born in Israel, they were told, don't come into work, something will happen. Right. All right?
That's why there's no Jewish casualties. So-called Jewish casualties.
Well, there were Jewish casualties, but there were people that were born over here. Okay. That were like Americanized. The national Jews, most of them was told, don't come into work. Why? Just don't come into work. Something's gonna happen. Okay?
It's crazy that with that being said, all the people that work in the trade center, nobody ever asked the question why all the people that come to work for, like it was a national thing, like it wasn't. Like a lot of people that died, and it was supposed to be over 3,000 people, but it's way more than that.
That's right. There's more than 2,000. Yeah. They just used that. There was a lot of illegal immigrants working all up in there. You know, Mossad probably worse. Oh no, it's Mossad. Well, you mentioned the Mossad. If you go, I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but if you go to YouTube and you put in Mossad celebrates World Trade Center, what they did was these Mossad agents had a van that they painted the World Trade Center being hit by planes. And I believe they were somewhere in New Jersey, and then when the World Trade Center got hit, they were clapping. And they arrested him, right? When they went to process him, a call came from Israel and said, look, let him go. They said they let him go, man. But they had an actual man. Somebody do that, man. Somebody go to YouTube and put in Mossad agents celebrate down World Trade 9/11. The Mossad is like the Israeli version of the CIA. All right? As soon as y'all got it, let me know. Could be. Don't, you know. But that's what. But they made sure he was outside of DC, outside of New York. Now I heard his brother Marvin Bush. He was the head of security he had a security company. I forget the name of the company, but the contract ended the night before the contract ended, if I'm not mistaken, on September 10th, 2001. All right? They had FEMA already there the night before it happened.
Doing the drill, right?
They were doing the drill. Okay?
Also, you got Jade Helm. You got Jade Helm doing drills. What does that tell you? That something major is about to happen. And you notice, right? They're not even speaking about Jade Helm. You got something on Jade Helm, you can bring it out.
So you know Agenda 21.
That's
right?
it. That's it.
Agenda 21. It ain't no.
Yeah, the brother found it.
It's 2030.
Yeah, you notice, brothers, you're not even talking about Jade Helm. Jade Helm is the next one. Another retaliation.
Name of the security company had the Twin Towers. Name of the company is Park White Security.
Doing surveillance on the air in America where they've been celebrating or
But it said the contract ended the night before the World Trade Center. And really that was an insurance job to get a whole lot of money.
The Larry Silverstein, right? The guy who owned the World Trade Center.
Silverstein,
Silverstein.
He said the other building number 7. I remember that because we were locked up in the damn tubes and we were watching it, right? And that's when that documentary came out a year later. And he said, yeah, we had to take down building number 7.
It was still
what do you call that? Implosion.
Yep.
You know?
So you know Agenda 21, right? September after Jade Helm is over, they make it Agenda 21 is getting transformed to 2030 agenda. There's basically 17 new agendas that they got for our people, for Israel. It's basically talking about eradicating all the poor and impoverished people. Yeah.
So they get ready to do their thing, man. Another month from now.
Hey, remember that movie Hunger Games? They had everything was set up in districts. You know, you had the richer places, and you had the poorer places. The other movie, Out of Time, you know, with this guy, Justin Timberlake. You know, you had to have a certain amount of money to live. You know what I'm saying? And then when that shit ran down, you had to re-up that time, or else you would die. But then the ones that had the big time, they were living good. You know,
like a ship, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, so they had to keep regenerating it every so often. Otherwise, they would just drop dead. You know, so they everything is going to put down to classes. You know, you got the elites. They're going to be running and controlling the whole entire world, but then you're going to have people that's in subjection under them, because they want the people that's on top governing to be a small number, so they can control the majority of people. That's why in the Georgia Guidestones they want to kill off 6.5 billion people, because right now it's over 7 billion people. I'm sorry,
because it keeps going up.
Yes, it keeps going up. You know, so they're saying by like a few years from now, it's supposed to probably be up to 11 billion, 13 billion people, because people are right now at this point, people are being born rapidly, and the earth is being populated because the Lord is about to bring His judgment, you know, upon the earth. So the Lord is going to kill two birds with one stone.
So in other words, something major can happen in September.
You know, and I think they said September 23rd is what's it called? It's like every 7 years you have like a Sabbath.
No, the Jubilee is supposed to be coming up, the so-called Jewish Jubilee, and the year of
release, right? So that falls in September. So I think it's September 23rd. You know, and they're saying that every time some certain event happens on the planet or whatever, they always try to do it in a so-called Jewish holiday. You know. So it remains to be seen what's happening. And that Jade Helm thing, if you notice, you don't really hear much about it. They had a little something on RT.
Even Alex Jones thing say he made a big build-up, but when it happened, and Alex lives out there, so they don't have cameras out. They gave him a call and said, "Look, don't say nothing. Because Alex is the inside of any goddamn thing. He's the inside. He's giving the script.
Okay, Yom Kippur. Yeah, so you know, I mean, that's how you know more than likely this Jade Helm thing is going to something's going to come out of it because everything is silent. Before, whenever it was something that was not going to happen, it'll be all over broadcasted everywhere. But now you don't really hear much. So they could have an event or a group of events that take place, so that being that the military is already out in the cities, they could just implement martial law and just have the rest of the troops come in and
they
do what
need
they
a
got to do.
justification.
Fine.
All right?
That's right.
So when they come in, people accept them in. Just like up there in Watertown in Boston.
Yep.
That was nothing but a martial law.
Trial run.
They were going through people's house, banging on the door. You know?
I believe they said there was 1 million people that was locked down at that time period in Boston. 1 million people couldn't go nowhere. They had a curfew.
And them stupid ass people up there were with it, man.
Yeah.
They were avoiding the military from coming in. Tell me, don't you know that same military gonna lock your ass up?
That movie, Red Dawn.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the new. I saw the old.
Implement the martial law.
That's right. That's what they're gonna do. And they show before they do anything, they show you that in the movies. Exactly. You got something? Go ahead.
Psalms 36:1. The transgression of the wicked said within my heart, that there is no fear of God before his eyes.
What do you mean again now?
Right, Psalms 36:1. The transgression of the wicked said within my heart, that there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flatters himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and conceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He said,
in other words, before he does it, they think about it. They vision it, man, and they make it happen.
He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He said of himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Psalm 37:12. The wicked plot up against the just, and gnasheth upon them with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
And that's why we want this thing to come, man. We want this white man, this Edomite, this Esau, whatever you want to call him, this Idumean, all right? We want him to fucking stop playing around and pussyfooting, as Lahab would say, and go ahead and do what you got to do, man. Go ahead and push that chip, man. Go ahead and push that, implement that mark of the beast. Hey, Nate made a video the other day on a radio show, and the title of it, was a mark of the beast. He didn't even talk about the mark of the beast. He put that in there because he knew people were going to watch, because they figured, well, he got new information about what we're saying. He's saying the same old shit. His kingdom is dying, man.
Yeah.
His kingdom is dying, man. Now it's being revealed of women that are leaving the thing. They're saying that them guys want raping them, beating them up, kidnapping them.
The Lord said the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Yeah, Nate is a hypocrite. There's videos of him teaching the name of the Lord about almost 20 years ago. And all of a sudden now we don't know the name of the Lord. Yeah. When in the video he's all expressive, he's all into it. And you know how he does his thing. Now 20 years, fast forward 20 years later, we don't know the name of the Lord.
Mocking too.
Mocking the name of the Lord, mocking the name of the Lord's Son. Hey, Galatians 6 and 7, brothers. Be ye not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So Nate is going to pay, man. He's going to pay. You don't mock the name of the Lord and his Son. Think about that Egyptian that mocked the name of the Lord. And the judgment was for him to kill him. Yeah, for him to die. He was killed. Slow, man. No, he ain't no man. I say something? That dude Nate.
Keep coming out, brother.
That dude Nate, man, he's a cop, man. He's a goddamn cop. Now, the reason I'm bringing up the thing about him being a cop, he went down to Ferguson when that whole thing with Mike Brown. Oh, Salate. When that whole thing with Mike Brown went down, Nate went down. Me and the brother Karab was talking about that. Nate went down to Ferguson to so-called protest against the police, right? His group went down there to Ferguson. You know, Mike Brown got shot up and shit. He's a cop. It was the cops that killed Mike Brown. So you going down there and you like protesting against the police, but you a police, man.
He's a part of the fraternal order of police.
You a part of this shit.
All the police in this country are a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Fraternal order of the police is a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a wall of silence. Nate's a fucking hypocrite, man. He's a goddamn hypocrite, man. Okay.
You see that berets wearing? That represents the 10 toes.
Yeah. And the guys that wear that is predominantly special forces. The dudes that wear the berets like
the
that.
The bottom part represent these with the U.S. military. But the 10 that you wear on the top represent what power force you're fighting for.
You mean the badge?
You have, huh?
You mean the badge?
The patch or the badge.
Yeah.
So you have coalitions, right? You have coalitions. You have Axis. What do you call it? Axis. What's that term? The Axis forces, the Axis powers. Yep. Allied powers. All right. Well, he represents the U.S. military, whether it's Air Force, Army, Marines. But when you put that tab on, you're part of that coalition.
Right.
Okay? They did that back in World War I and World War II. They had a coalition, man.
Like the UN, right? The United Nations.
Yeah,
they wear that. Don't they wear them blue helmets?
And that represents the UN army.
They got their own SEAL, the UN troops, which could be United States, France, England.
When the war is over, they can take the TAMs off.
Yeah.
Because they're not a part of that coalition.
Yeah.
All right.
So that goes back to the old. That almost goes back to the old thing with the militia. Because the armies aren't supposed to be formed in time of war.
That's right.
There's not supposed to be a standing army according to the
Constitution. The army, the so-called U.S. Army, you saw all the commercials.
That's unconstitutional.
That's unconstitutional.
It's an occupation.
You have an ongoing army.
Yeah.
Armies are army. The army that the U.S. Army represent, basically, it's a corporation. What you do is you put together army. All right, you put together a standing army, and you get the soldiers from the militia, which are U.S. citizen males between the ages of 18 and 25.
That's right.
So you ain't supposed to have no fucking standing army, man.
That's a feudal system, man. That's called, we live in a feudal system. You got a standing army. Now, if a riot breaks out in New York City, what they gonna do? And the police can't handle it. They're gonna send in the National Guard. That's the army, man. They did it in the LA riots when Rodney King got beat up. And niggas and Mexicans went crazy out there.
Well, they did it with Ferguson.
In Ferguson. That's feudalism.
I'm talking about Ferguson. It was Obama that put out the call for the National Guard, man. And if shit got too dicey, so to speak, they had orders to kill him, right?
That's feudalism.
They're gonna have a situation where Jake is gonna go off, and they're gonna give the order to open up one. And there ain't gonna be no more one black guy got shot by a cop or got beat up by 12 cops. There's gonna be a thing where you're gonna have riot police bring out their whether it's 9mm service 9s, whatever, Beretts, right? They had an order in it for them to get Beretts, and they're gonna say, go ahead. As soon as the top guy gives the order, they're gonna go ahead and do it. So they're just killing them.
You know, they ordered, I think, 30,000 bayonets to put on guns.
Yeah. Why
do they need bayonets?
So to save guns.
Yeah, save bullets. Yeah.
That's scripture in the Apocrypha. Virgins shall
that was in the bayonet. That was in glory. They said that in glory.
Having no husbands, for they shall die.
A bunch of wars. They had bayonets killing people.
That's in the second Ezra, I think 15 or 16.
Yeah, gun. That's a lot of these Negroes and Latinos are gonna die in groves, man. And they shot a white boy the other day. The cops, I forgot what they shot a white boy. Now they're killing crackers, but he might have been a Jake. Maybe that's why
they
the
killing
killed
crackers too, but they don't put it in the news.
They don't put it in the news.
They kill crackers just like they killed Jake.
Yep.
But if a cracker gets killed, they don't put it. They leave it out the news.
Yeah. These cops, because you know what it is now, people will say the cops got a green, not green light. The cops are out of control.
Right.
The police have a green light. They got that order. The orders came down. The reason the police are killing niggas because they got that order. The orders came down through the powers that be. They just doing what they got to do because it's going to lead into
anybody that's a part of the military.
Yeah.
A military is you trained to listen to your commanding officer.
That's right. Right.
You're not trained to deal with reason and think. If they give the order, you do it, man.
Yeah. But pretty soon, the police is going to become obsolete. These regular police, well, they already militarizing the police all throughout the country.
That's right.
The ones that's going to go with the program, they're going to be set up into that militarized state. But some of them cops are going to buck up. Because they're going to say, look, you got orders to go kill, do this, put these people in. Some of them cops are going to say, nah, man, we ain't doing that shit. Guess what? They're going to kill them.
I'm leaving it around.
Or they're going to rebel. There's already insurrections within the police force. Yep. Listen, let me tell you something. Back in the 90s, me and Apostle Tahal was driving up 125th Street. This is back when we were still with One West. And we ran into this black cop, this Jake cop.
See you later, buddy.
And that was around the time when there was tensions going on when they were kicking all the vendors off 125th. That time we ran into that Jake cop was back in the 90s, man. Mid-90s. And then Apostle Tahal and myself, we started prophesying to the brother because he was kind of cool. We said, look, Apostle Tahal said, look, brother, it's that and the other police. He was talking to him. And he said, look, man, that cops, he said, there's going to be splits in the police force. The black cops going to be fighting the white cops. You know what he told us? He said, look, stop. Let me tell y'all something. He said, this is like 94. He said, there's already major splits in the police force. That cop that told me to do that, back when we was driving up, we was working with mobile around the times. And he told us, this is 94. Okay? So that's been going on back then. So them Jakes that's up in the police force, the white man got plans for them too, and the Latinos.
That's right.
Okay? He got plans for them too, man. The ones that's gonna go with that program, but some of them Jakes gonna say, nah, we ain't with that, man. I got family out here. I'm not gonna do that. They're gonna kill them. And you're gonna be forced, you're gonna have to make a choice. You're gonna have to take that chip. Because they're gonna make it with them sidearms. They can only be activated by having the chip. They already got that shit. I was watching some shit about that on YouTube, man. Your sidearm is only, you ain't gonna be able to.
It's gonna be a matter of them switching the guns over.
That's right.
As soon as they do it, because the average cop don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta have the chip. So you're gonna take the chip or you gonna do what? Nate, that nigga already probably got the chip, man.
And you know what? Nate knows that the market abuses the chip. Nate knows that the market abuses the chip. He's paid to teach the
talked about that a couple years ago. Yeah.
General Yohana, he knows that the market abuses the chip. They're just paid to teach otherwise.
Yeah. Hey, you want to bring out that scripture?
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, if you go up a little further, it's a little meat in there, I think. Yeah, well, you're going to start a couple of verses up and get to the point. Yeah. Second, there's a lot of meat in there, man.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 28.
Read the whole chapter.
For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves.
See, you see? These cities, look, man, everything, when this thing really pops off, first of all, the cities are going to be shut
represent
down.
a forest. So
That's right.
Into the mountains.
To the mountains.
You know, up into the hills and so forth.
They're going to leave the cities. Because the cities are going to be locked down, man.
It tells you in the 15th chapter, if you go 15 and I believe it's around 51, it says they're going to go up into the mountains, they're going to die of starvation.
Yeah,
and they're going to eat their dead ones.
Hey, man.
So cannibalism is coming back.
Oh, man, we've been saying that for 30 years. We've been saying that back in One West. We was teaching that. We was teaching that back in One West. The Israelites. People left, right? People still laugh now, but they can't conceive that concept.
And you know what mind frame you got to be in? If your mother can't get it, forget about it. She won't have to die. If your woman can't get it, forget about it.
That's
she
right.
Won't have to die.
That's right. Get another woman.
Your actual brother and your sisters, forget about them. You know?
That's right.
Those of you brothers that don't have a woman, you shouldn't really seek for one. You know, wait till the kingdom, man. These women are all
women are a headache.
Yeah, they're all bugged out, man.
And they're gonna really bug out when the shit hit the fan. They're gonna really bug out.
She shall lament for the teeth.
You can travel faster when you're alone. You know, and besides, be a soldier. The word soldier means that's right. The word soldier means solitude.
But don't get us wrong.
Yeah, you can have a woman, man.
The scriptures say, Paul said to the jail guard, he said, you and your family and your house shall be saved.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to have family, so the Most High is going to provide for you, man.
Yeah.
If you got a woman that's an unbeliever and she bugs out, you're just going to have to forget about it, man.
Oh, well,
I was saying to the brothers I was saying to the brothers that don't have a woman.
Yeah.
Like the Apostle Paul said, if thou art loose from a wife, seek not a wife.
Yeah.
The word wife meaning woman. So if you don't have a woman, you're at that state where you don't have a woman, don't even seek for one. Because your woman really should be this knowledge, should be this truth. Because like Apostle Elatar said, they're a fucking headache.
They're a headache.
All right, they're a headache.
If you got one, if you got five, you got brothers that got 5 wives. Making videos for them.
That's wicked, man.
And the Most High ain't dealing with that guy. Ain't nobody in hell that can deal with one fucking woman.
Yeah, that's wicked. Well,
and that dude, what's his name, that killed
That's wicked. That's wicked, man.
And the dude that killed the little baby, the boy.
The one I did the show on.
He had right,
what was his name? Peter
Lucas Moses.
He had like
was
4 or
wicked.
5 wives.
He was going off.
But the dude wasn't going out. He probably, I don't know if he saw us or saw some other.
Yeah.
And he set up his own thing. A lot of them guys are doing it. They're setting up their own thing.
Yeah.
Doing their own fucking thing.
He was on the internet. He wasn't going out speaking.
Right.
How many of y'all saw that video I did, Daily Devotion? Any of y'all saw that? No, that's what Apostle I was talking about. I did a video on that nigga. He was wicked, man. Nobody told him to go and do that. If he had one old lady, that's deal with the scripture. Paul said that. If you desire the office of a bishop, be the husband of one wife. If you do got a woman, then just deal with that one chick. The apostles is telling you, man, she's a headache just dealing with that one woman. You're going to get 5 women and have them in the salaki, have them in the house trying to teach. And don't teach them the truth.
It's a waste of time.
Don't be doing that, man. Don't be doing that. Just deal with her as a woman.
As a woman.
If she smokes cigarettes, Newport 100s. Let her smoke them Newport 100s. If she smoke weed, let her smoke her weed.
That's right.
If she eat pork.
A lot of them fucking women that you deal with in the world, they'll eat pork.
Yeah.
And they'll offer you pork. You tell them you don't eat pork.
Yeah.
You still with her for 3 years. She's still going to say, you want some pork?
Yeah.
I cooked it right.
Well,
this thing is not for women.
So don't teach them. Don't teach them. I've told you brothers that.
And we found out why Nate opens the door for women so the men could have wives, man.
That's right. But brothers, and we said this.
You know they expose them, man. They rip them guys in IUIC. They're raping women.
See? We're the rapists. We're the rapists.
Beating women up.
But no, we're the woman beating rapists.
Nate's people is a fucking cult, man. That's the black Jim Jones. What do you mean funny? He's already
If I may say this, he opened the door for women too because, like a club, one of their ploys is to bring in the woman.
Yeah.
Like the club, they'll have like the first 500 ladies are free. Now why do they do that?
Until 12.
Is it because they love ladies so much? No. They love that money. They know when the women come in, that's going to bring in the men.
Yeah.
All right, so that's why Nate does it. He brings in the women because by bringing in the women, you bring in the men.
Well, it's a club.
The average simple-minded nigga will follow right after a woman like sheep.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, about the church.
Yeah.
And the Jehovah Witness, all of them, they do the same thing.
That's right.
My mother's a Jehovah Witness, and they get them women. They call it field service. The Jehovah Witness is always some pretty women.
They get the finest women,
too.
too.
Knocking on your door in the morning time, Saturday morning, you open your goddamn door, you be, who the fuck is that? But then when you open the door, you see 2 cute, Ephraimite women with the comic books.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, brother. That's right.
You looking, oh shit.
Yeah, you're about to curse them out or about to grab them and throw them, and you go like, you see 2 pretty, then you back up. Say, okay, maybe I might get the phone number. And then they'll tell you, you, oh no, you have to join the Jehovah's Witness, and we have to be married in order for. That's the gimmick. They tell you that. Yeah, in the so-called Jehovah's Witness, they tell you got to marry me first before we can have sex.
No, he's not lying. Y'all laughing.
That's what they tell you.
Y'all laughing, but that's true. Because I just told y'all.
Right.
I grew up in that fucking religion. Yeah. My mother was one. And I watched her operate the shit.
Hey, Johanna Ball's wife, first wife, she was in
my stepfather.
That's why they broke up.
Kidding. I watched my mother operate. I watched her use that witchcraft on my stepfather. This Benjamin dude she met, when she met him, he was in this is the 80s. You know, it's back when I was a kid, and men were a little rougher back in the 80s. He had a beard, he had a full beard. He kind of looked like a rough Teddy Pendergrass. And then they got with my mother, and shit, she got with the dude, and she wasn't supposed to get with him. And another thing about them religions, Jehovah's Witness, the women in there are only supposed to deal with the men in the church. You ain't supposed to go outside and deal with some dude outside.
Well, that's why Nate wants all the women.
Yeah. See, but anyways, if they do deal with a dude on the outside, talking about the Jehovah's.
When they had the Passover down in Florida, right? They took all the women, they put them up front, the single women. Yep. And there's some brothers, those are your women. Grab them up, do this, do that.
Yep. Which, well, in reality, there's nothing wrong with that, because the Benjamites did it when, the women are spoiled. But what they do, they use women are used to snag men. Jehovah's Witnesses, everyone see, they will use the women in that church. And let me tell y'all something. I don't know about y'all been to church and shit. The Jehovah's Witnesses got the finest women. They got the finest women. I'm telling you the truth. From experience, they got the finest women. And they send them out there knocking on doors as soul catchers, man.
Oh, that's Ezekiel. Yeah. Ezekiel,
get it.
The 13th chapter.
Because she knock on the door, you open the door, you see two fine-ass women up there, you ready to curse them out, you going, okay, well, how you doing? You know, they talking to you and shit. Then can I come have a Bible study with you every week? And then she come and having a Bible study with you. Lord, why don't you come to the Kingdom Hall? Then the guy comes to the Kingdom Hall and shit. And you got a bed on your face. Well, look, like my mother did to my stuff. Well, look, you got to shave that bed. And then the homeboy said,
the scripture say you got to grow a beard now?
Yeah. She told him, you got to shave that beard. He said, wait a minute, why I got to shave my, he's a Benjamite. I have no shaving my fucking beard.
That's the power of the pussy, man.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, a big, strong black man, he's sitting there watching the comic book with a bunch of old crackers. Yeah. They're supposed to be the 144,000.
That's witchcraft.
In Jehovah's Wickedness. And here's a big, strong black man sitting there watching that shit.
Reading the shit.
And that's the power of the pussy.
And he's going to shave his beard. Well, that's the power of the pussy, and that's that witchcraft. Set up by because the Jehovah's Witnesses are Masons. Yeah. Okay? And then the dude, my stepfather, his reply at first was, look, I'm not shaving my fucking, he said, fucking beard. Jesus had a beard. Now, he never seen Jesus, right? He's like, wait a minute, Jesus.
Well, wait a minute. In those fucking comic books they have, they show so-called Jesus. He got the beard.
Yeah. They got a beard.
But he's a white
Moses or the crackers, they all got beards.
All you brothers out there that think the Most High is dealing with women, you out to fucking mind.
We ain't dealing with them, man.
The Most High is dealing with women as far as, give me Acts the 2nd chapter, or Joel the 2nd chapter, you can read both of them and say the same thing. The only way the Most High deals with a woman is through visions, like dreams and stuff like that, right? Yeah. And they'll tell you things to come. But normally they don't know how to break it down. They'll tell the husband, I had a dream about that, and you in the truth, it's for you. But the Most High brought it to the woman. Okay?
It's spiritual, man. Your mother ain't spiritual. Your grandmother ain't spiritual. Old grandma.
She's spiritual that she's a conduit of the Most High, of the Spirit of the Most High, coming to you to give the message to you.
Drink. Yeah. You break it down. They don't know what it means.
Get Joel first.
Joel chapter 2, verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy.
Now, Nate and these other guys will run with that. They'll run. See, the women. That's why Nate set up a women's class. He set up a goddamn women's class. him and Barack Shah woman, who Barack Shah is no longer with him, and let them teach him. It was a shambles, man. The shit was a shambles. Told me and that brother right back there, yeah, I set up a women's class, and it was one day, and I stopped it. You should have never did it, man.
Well, I show you that he went off, man.
Yeah.
That class didn't last one fucking day, man.
It was a complete menace, man. He told me that out of his own mouth.
Get the one in Job.
You see? That means, like Apostle Tahar said, pour his spirit, they're going to have dreams. You got brothers here that their wives have had.
Get the one in Job, brother. Get the one I'm reading, brother. I'm just messing around. Sometimes we got to do that. They're like Ariel, right? You be teaching, and they'll just come in, and then if you keep talking, did you get that scripture, brother? Did you get that scripture, brother?
Back when Ariel was in his right mind.
You read the way I tell you.
Ariel break down scriptures, and then everything. In the Sabbath time, we came up with Ariel, and he'd be teaching, and then he'll say, okay, break it down. And you break it down, but if you didn't say it the way he, no, say it the way I'm telling you to say it. What's going on? No, brother.
Hey, you know the truth that if you read Matthew, right? If you read Mark, they're basically saying the same thing. But Matthew is saying it in Matthew's way, and Mark is saying it in Mark's way. Luke is saying it in Luke's way. Out of all the heaviest writers was John. John was Yahushua's favorite. For some reason, when you read that book of John, Matthew, and most books was Paul. John and Paul and Peter.
That's my favorite gospel.
Well, then John later came back and wrote Revelation. Which is another heavy.
That's right.
So John had that gift, that particular gift of writing. Matthew was good, Mark was good, Luke was good, but John, man, John just does it, man.
Well, John, you say, who, in the pecking order, whatever, he was the second in command.
Second in command. That's a good point.
You know what I mean? He was the second in command, man, of the disciples.
And I got a question. You know me. The Apostle Paul, was he one of the 12? I showed hands. My brothers are looking.
Oh, come on now. Every hand should be out. Every hand should be out. Not you brothers in the camp. Y'all should know.
What'd you say?
Yes, 12.
Was what?
1 and 12.
Okay, good. What did you say?
They casted a lot for
Okay, good. Okay. What did you say? Okay, good. What did you say? He was one of the 12. Okay, you're all wrong.
Yeah, I knew it. He was all wrong.
See, man, y'all got to shut up, man. What scripture is that?
Paul was,
You getting that guy confused. You getting that guy
hey, brother, Paul wasn't even there, man. Paul wasn't even there, man. At that time, when that scripture you talking about, Paul didn't even come on the scene yet, man.
Paul wasn't even thought of, man.
Yeah, man.
But
What was Paul doing at that time? He was killing it.
So I go to Acts 1 and 20.
Listen up. As Ariel would say, listen good.
Listen good.
Wait a minute, brother, you're not listening.
you want to make sure.
Crystal clear. Hey,
Acts 1 and 20. For it is written in the book of Psalms, let his habitation be desolate, and let no man dwell therein. And his bishopric.
What's a bishopric? It's a bishopric.
I don't even know that one.
It's an office.
There's an office. A bishop of the high office. That's all it is. Go ahead.
And let no man dwell therein, and let his bishopric let another take.
His office. What number you are, pecking order. Go ahead.
Wherefore these men which have company with us all that time of the Lord Yahushua went in and out among us, beginning from the baptism of John unto that same day that he was taken up from us.
Now that's talking about, it wasn't just the 12.
Right.
You had the 12, you had another 2, and you had another 72, I think it was. It was 70?
70.
I was 7, right?
Yeah.
So it was 70, Then you had 2 that we're talking about, which makes it 72. Then you had the 12, which made it 84. So the Lord had 84 disciples. Okay?
In the book of Acts, in the first chapter, in parentheses though, they said that when they went up into the upper room, I think it said, it was about 150 men, 120 men. So
it got to be as big as, because the ministry became bigger when the disciples took over. The group of Yahushua was 84. When the disciples got together, they had 5,000. And that was just in that region right there. But they had the commune where they took all their riches, their land, and sold it. Paul was someplace else doing something else. You had the 7 churches of Asia Minor, which was up there in Asia Minor, which is Europe. And they would do, because when John came on the scene, he got that last revelation, which is the book of Revelation. And who was it addressed to? It was addressed to the 7 candlesticks. The 7 churches of Asia Minor. Laodicea, Smyrna, Philadelphia, Then you have wicked churches. The church of the Nicolaitans, which they were wicked, man. You know?
And the scriptures tell us that in one day 3,000 souls was added to the word. So can you imagine now? It's easy for the Lord to raise up, bring in that 144,000.
Do that internet, man.
Do that internet. One day.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. Beginning from the baptism of John up to that same day that he was taken up from us, must one be ordained to be a witness with us of his resurrection.
So we know that if you go to John 17, starting from the 9th verse, and we better go to John 17.
Look at
John chapter 17.
No, I was going to say, brothers, you got to get into this, man. You know, you got to, when you hear the words, you got to play that movie in your head. You know,
I do that. I visualize everything.
Yeah, that's where the word image comes from.
Yeah, that movie comes in.
Imagination comes from image. You have to have images to play that movie in your head.
And we know a lot of these things, not because I read it last night.
Right.
You know, it's because I've been in this thing for 30 years.
Right.
So you constantly read it, you constantly hear somebody say it, you're watching a video, you hear it.
Listen to the Bible reading.
You listen, right? You constantly, so
it's in there.
It's in there. It's in there.
And sometimes you don't bring out a scripture for a long time, and you'll be speaking on something, all of a sudden that scripture just comes to you.
You might have not brought a scripture out in 10 years, and you'll call it. Just like you spoke, you quoted it yesterday.
That's right. That's right.
You know? And that's why you got guys in this thing for like 3 or 4 years. They think that they don't know shit. They don't know shit.
Man, been through nothing, man.
Brothers, you got to start listening to that Bible reading, man. A lot of you guys, you get in your car. A lot of you brothers, I should say, you get in your car and you're playing rap tapes or you're playing some R&B. There's a time for that. But right now,
that time, man. That, to me, it might happen once every 6 months.
There you go.
For about 15 minutes. And the spirit jump on me, off of me, and then I'll go back. Mostly I usually listen to news. Right. Sometimes I'll have the Bible on cassette and I'll listen to that. But then when I get home, I'm listening to another video. So brother, I might be listening to this apostle, and he's throwing out scriptures, and it's sinking in. Scriptures that I know, all right? I might have saw a video with him, or I haven't read that in a long time.
Right.
You know?
And you go to sleep on that. Like how many of you got the apparatus that can play over and over? You got that in your room, right? You go to sleep on videos, edifying videos, or Bible reading.
The best way to get deep in this thing is to watch them videos, man.
Yeah, man.
Because each brother that teaches, it's a different spirit, man.
That's right.
You know?
You got to get into it, man. You got to get into it. It's almost like the world don't exist here. Yeah. That's why the scriptures say we are dead to this world. We are dead to this world. We are truly dead to this world. Because we already see that this world ain't going to go nowhere.
These scriptures are supposed to be like a woman.
Yeah.
You know when you got your first love, remember that song, My First Love? And you've been around, and you think about that, you know, all the women that you dealt with, whether it be 20 or 30 or 200, right? There's one woman that like sticks out that you remember. Then there's like a second woman that kind of suits my first love.
Well, that's a scripture on that.
That's right. But anyway,
I'm sorry.
There's one woman, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Anyway, I'll give you my example. I've been with a lot of different women, you know. Half a woman, she turned into a demon, or something crazy or whatever. And there's certain, like I said, there's certain women that just, you know, come to my mind. And I remember when I was dealing with them, that's all I used to think about is that fucking woman, man. Well, guess what? Like you eat something, you think about, God, I wish she was eating food. You know, you walking down the street, you wish you was there walking arm to arm. You know, when you, hey, back in the day, we used to do that. Go out to camp to be with your woman, go down to Brandon Village, that was the place to go to, man. You know, you holding hands, walking, all that bullshit. You ain't gonna see me doing that shit now. Even if I had a woman, you ain't gonna see me doing that. I said, I don't do that, man. I said, let's go to the hotel, and let's go to my house, and let's do what we gotta do. Right. You know? Like Nick Nolte style, man.
I was watching that movie last night, man. Hey, man, and you know what, man? That was about 48 hours. Yeah, 48 hours. He woke up in the morning, because he was a cop. He was a cop. He woke up in the morning, Nick Nolte, that movie with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. That's a crappy way to say. He woke up, he took a shot of liquor, because he was catching hell on that job. That's a crappy way to start the morning. Well, maybe I got a goddamn crappy day. So just like he's all rough.
Said, I make you good, you make me feel good.
I make you feel good.
Where the hell else you want from a guy?
No, but that's what men want. They just want to have sex.
That movie came out like 35 years ago, back in 1982. 82, yeah.
But he said, he made a statement that after he said, no, when you in love, you still want to be, you want to go to that movie, you know, the woman that hit your heart, man. You want to
hit your heart. Beat your heart, huh?
Hit your heart. Boom, to the heart, man.
Cupid.
Yep. Cupid, man.
Cupid fires arrow.
They wrote a song. You feel that woman? I mean, everything about her, you just love her.
She smoked you with her love.
That's right.
No, it was
she tickles your fancy. You know? But anyway, that's the attitude you're supposed to have with the scripture.
That's right.
That's right.
You know?
Even if you got a woman,
you got to be kicked in the ass by love.
Well, even the scripture. To you brothers that have old ladies, even if you got a woman, really the truth, scripture is supposed to come first.
Well, he made a good point. Women get jealous of you if you can't see the Bible. Right. Because the vibe that they see is a vibe with you and another woman. You know? And they get jealous of this.
That's right.
This book is known as a sheep. Wisdom is a sheep.
Wisdom is a sheep.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Was that Pia Sophia? The word wisdom. The Greek word is Sophia, which is a woman's name, Sophia. That's wisdom. That's where you get the word sophomore from.
That's right.
Well, go ahead. I know your words.
Since you mentioned, I'm sorry. Since you mentioned sophomore, do y'all know what the word sophomore means? I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to put you on the spot. Sophomore is a compound word, right? Sophos means wise or smart, and moric or moron is the word moron or idiot. Now, when you go to high school, you're a freshman, right? The second year is a sophomore, right? When you become a freshman, you go to sophomore year, you think you know everything. But you know what you are? You're a wise fool, a wise idiot. These guys that did 2, 3 years in, 5 years in, they think they know everything. They're sophomores, man. They're wise idiots, man. Yeah. You know?
And then how are you going Esau's?
I gotta keep mentioning for me, man. Nope. Them guys are sophomores, man. They're wise idiots, man. You gonna go chance to answer
Yeah,
this question.
sham.
Them guys are clowns, man.
First of all, man,
Do you know if I faced some guys with the scriptures and really went in on them guys, they would look stupid.
Yeah.
First of all, you niggas are not qualified to philosophize.
And then the nigga said,
I was there when he said it. I was there when the nigga said it in the room.
You guys are a joke.
but then the nigga said, the same nigga.
No, he got emotional about the rape thing, right?
Right.
And then he brought out that scripture. It was in Exodus 22 about if you entice a woman.
Right.
And he said that's what it means. It doesn't mean that. Entice a woman means to rapture.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? It means that if she don't want to give you the so-called pussy,
Right.
you convince her. You know, give her flowers. That's enticing a woman. But Deuteronomy 22, 28, and 29 is lay hold means to grab her up against her will. But them clowns down there in D.C., dopey, they can't see that shit. Then they're going to do a 2-hour video. I'm not going to sit down and waste 2 hours of my fucking life watching that stupid video. Niggas don't know what. A lot of the videos they put up, I got a video to cut GMS. It's 2 hours long. Man, if I watch 2 minutes, that's a fucking lot, man. Oh, Nate videos, I don't even watch. I watch a couple of minutes and turn it over. I get a headache with them niggas, man.
Because you get tired of his fucking theatrics.
ISUPK is number romper room. You know, A, B, C. That's all it is, man. We're going in the compound words. Them niggas are doing the ABCs, man. There ain't nothing deep about the ISUPK. General Yohana ain't deep. Captain Tazariak ain't deep. The fat boy ain't deep. None of you niggas are deep, man.
And can I say this? General Yohana don't bring out no near scripture. We were watching him.
He's the best word to describe him is he's a charlatan, man.
That dude don't bring out no
Look up the word. Somebody look up the word charlatan.
All he do is talk shit. Watch it. Watch his video. We were watching the video, me and the Apostle, I believe it was last week or earlier this week. We were watching the Yohana video, and I was just waiting for like one scripture was going to come out. He was just talking shit. That's all he does.
Well, he's a big winner. We call it a blowhard.
Yeah.
And you know what a blowhard does? They run out of wind. That's why you don't see him out there no more. He ran out of wind.
Rosario,
it says,
Listen up.
a person falsely claiming to have a special knowledge or skill or fraud.
Nate is a charlatan. General Yohana is a charlatan. A multi-bank. All right. Captain Tazariak is a charlatan. Dopey is a charlatan. They're all charlatans, man.
Tazaria, you
It's more. It says a swindler, hoaxer, cheat, deceiver.
I bet you there's a picture.
Double dealer.
Put images. I bet you Yohana come out with a Kool-Aid suit on.
Double dealer. It has a fraudster.
I'm gonna call that nigga Kool-Aid.
Monty back. Whatever you said. Monty back.
Monty back. That's his word.
Monty back. Yeah, that's that nigga.
And then under them guys, under them will be polite and sorry nigga. Under Yohana and Nate, polite, sorry nigga.
Okay. It says a
Polite said that a whale, the scriptures didn't say a whale. In the Hebrew word, that's a big
They got a female in their group.
So
That's a woman.
That nigga said that we know that a whale can swallow nothing bigger than
That's a woman.
Where did he get that from?
Where the hell did he get
Yeah.
Lots of cracker jacks.
Yeah, it looks like a woman.
That's a woman.
That's a dyke.
That's a dyke.
That's supposed to be a woman.
ISUPK got a dyke on.
I don't know. It's a woman speaking.
That's a bugged out nigga. Titties. That nigga got too much estrogen inside of him. I don't think that's no woman. I don't think they would go that far.
I think so.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. Go ahead, bro. Bring out the scripture.
Yeah, I think so.
Proverbs 5:19. Let her be as the loving hind.
It's talking about this knowledge. Hey, listen up, brothers. It's talking about this knowledge. This knowledge is compared to a woman. All right, go ahead.
Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant rope. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times.
Let her breast satisfy thee. Now in the book, what is that? The book of 1 Peter. It talks about the milk, desiring the sincere milk of the word. Now milk comes from what? From the breast. So when it says let her breast satisfy thee, meaning the scriptures, the understanding of the scriptures, you know, and everything that comes with it, the history, you know, looking up maps in certain areas, then you get into the parables, you know, the deep dark sayings that's not revealed to everybody.
You got the milk part and then you got the meat part.
You got the meat part.
When you wean from the milk, then you eat the meat.
That's right.
That's the deep part of it.
That's right.
You don't get that overnight, man. It takes years.
They're all dopey with the whole rape thing, and all those camps with that rape thing, man. But let me ask y'all, man. Y'all can see that rape thing. We broke it down thoroughly, right? Then we say in front of polite that we don't go around raping women.
Yeah.
We don't teach men to rape women. If they rape women, we don't kick them out the camp. We don't throw them under the bus.
Right.
What did I say to the polite? I said back in the ancient world, that's what they did. I said in the kingdom, we're not going to rape. We're not going to have to rape, man. Because we're going to be the superstars, man. Okay?
Women love stars. They love fame, money, power, and fame. All right?
Yeah, man, we ain't got to rape nobody, man. You guys calling us rapists and all this bullshit. Look, brother, we ain't raping nobody now. In the future to come, we ain't going to rape nobody. Isaiah 4:1. Y'all know that scripture. What does it say? But all this shit, let's talk about women for a second. In the times to come, the true men of the Lord, the women are going to come.
Man, the women going to rape us. And the word rape means grab. These women, look.
Wait a minute. Joseph nearly got raped.
That's right.
By the Pharaoh's wife.
Yeah, he ran out.
He ran out.
He ran out.
Took off his coat.
And left and then tried to accuse him.
Oh, wait a minute. When Rebecca saw Isaac, she wanted to rape him. She wanted to grab. What's the word means grab? She wanted to grab him. Oh yeah, this is my man. Right she got no problem watering his. Or was that? That was Rebecca watering his camels, I believe. She had no problem. Whatever it took to. That's my man. You know, and that's how it's going to go back to. Because right now in this world, the so-called black woman, they hate us, man. So-called black woman. Her secret desire is to be with the so-called white man. Yeah. And if you look at the so-called black woman, all of them, they got that processed shit in their head. So who they're really trying to be like? Yep. I don't see them coming out rocking them afros like Black Sheba back in the day. Yep. You know? I don't see them rocking it. They're rocking what? They're rocking that long, straight hair, just like the so-called white woman. So who they trying to be? But then they get mad at you when you get the real thing. You know? They get mad at you when you say, you know what, I don't want you, nigga bitch. I'm going to get the real thing. They get mad at you.
Oh, look, we got this chick from Canada, Toronto. She's on the Sun Meta videos. That new chick. You'll never see the videos. She put up a little video of her. When she first came on, she had that Afrocentric hairdo, but now the last video she made is all straight now, man.
There you go.
So what's wrong with her?
Now
she looks a lot better with the straight hair.
Yeah.
And then you know what? Guys have a problem with women having straight hair. In the ancient world, the Israelite women had straight hair.
That's right.
They had crispy and thin, which are like hot combs. They had their hair straight. They had an afro. Cornrows.
There's nothing new on this side.
Braided up, whatever.
But you know what? The nigga woman goes overboard. You Google black women with blonde wigs, and you will see, man.
No, now they got blue hair, and now even men are doing it.
Gray hair.
They got blue. It might be blue. They look like an extra from Star Trek, man. Yeah. They got blue. I mean, cosmic blue hair.
Well, Keisha Cole did that. Keisha Cole,
but they have gray hair.
Bleach blonde, and then this part is green, and this part is canary yellow. But now the men are doing it now, man. And you tell me I'm supposed to love these people, man? Fucking out your mind?
These people are gone. Hey, let me tell you, brother, something. Well, they're going to Subway.
Oh, man.
There you go.
You want to kill? I see why people kill people on the
I see why people
Hey,
man, it's for the past couple of weeks.
See this bullshit, man? See this fucking bullshit, man?
Yes.
Hey, but they're following Jake.
Yeah.
They're following Jake.
Oh, yeah.
You got Moabites, you got people in Japan that break dance. They got their pants hanging off the pants. They got their hats into the side in Japan. Where do you think they got it from? They got it from these bird-brain niggas, man.
Yep, bugged out niggas. Hey, brother, these people gotta die. The majority of these people gotta die, man.
They will die. They will die.
Okay? Yeah, they're gonna. That's why you just gotta be the truth. Well, there's a scripture. Seek ye first the kingdom.
Now, see, let me use. Come on, here, let me show you. Where you from? Japan? Where you from? China? Korea?
Vietnam?
Now look at the hat on his head. Isn't his hat tipped to the side?
Yeah.
Where did you get that from? Why you think those, man?
A Yankees hat. Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, he's bugged out.
Huh? See the back on your head. Hold up. Did you see how he put it on his head? Esau put it on like this.
Yeah.
This dude went.
Like Jay.
He gonna do it.
There you go.
You got the little tip. You got the little tip.
Wait a minute, no.
I know the hair's on the
No,
place.
I'm not saying he's a Jake. I'm saying that he's following Jake.
Oh, right.
He got that from watching Big Brother.
And you know why you put it?
Black man, right? You like the black man. You
like the soul brother. Soul
Oh,
brother.
he said yes. He said yes.
Soul brother. Soul brother.
Oh shit.
Soul brother. Two buku.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know,
No soul brother.
yeah, well, that's a scripture. Seek ye first the kingdom, and all other things shall be added unto you. You're supposed to be into this truth first, before your woman. For you brothers that got women and families, the truth comes first. You're supposed to be more into this truth than you are into your woman or your kids. All your kids. If for the brothers of you that got women and kids, that's the point that we're trying to make. You got to be into this truth first and foremost, man.
Yeah, brothers, don't fall in love, man. Don't fall in love.
Yeah.
Because look, the scripture say, remember Lot's wife. Now you can fall in love with a woman, and what if that last moment she decided to take the chip? And you all in love. It's
Well,
coming.
I mean, you can't help falling in love. You can't help that because you know why? You know why I say that? You know why I say that? Because the glory of a man is his woman.
Yeah.
So really, you fall in love with the woman. She don't fall in love with you.
Yeah, it's true.
What is woman into, man? On her body. Her hair. They spend all kinds. Them actresses, them black actresses, those weaves that they got, they spend $5,000 to $10,000. They'll invest that much money because it's all about the hair with them. Why? Because it tells you in Corinthians, the glory of the woman is the hair. It's all about her hair, man. Okay?
First thing you do is you go to your mom's house unexpectedly. Oh, I would have did my hair.
That's right. Or if a woman like you, right? She look at you and she'll go like that with her.
Yeah. That's called the pantomime, man.
That's right.
That's called the pantomime. That's how you know a chick
If
is
a
thinking of you.
woman looking at you and she's talking to you and she's going like this, that means she likes you.
Yep, that's right.
Hey, well, the scriptures say, you know,
That's what that
the
is.
scriptures govern us. The scriptures say that desire her not for beauty. It gives you guidelines on how to deal with a woman. Dwell with them according to knowledge. Now, it's not knowledge to fall in love with a woman. It's not. Because that she can seriously hurt you. Right? She can seriously.
In other words, you can't have your feelings.
Right.
But you gotta have control.
I'm not control.
Right?
Oh.
Emotional content.
Emotional content. Oh.
In other words, you love the woman, but for the most high,
No pictures.
I'm a
Hey, man.
go ahead, brother.
Sarat, Ecclesiastes 25 and 21.
Hey, listen up, brothers.
Call him in now.
25 and 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure.
Yeah, desire not for pleasure, which you know she's going to give you pleasure, but you can't let your mind be blown.
You gotta have discipline.
Yeah. Yes.
Many guys fell out the truth, and that's an hypocrisy too, because of the love of a woman, man. Most of them guys that fall out the truth because of a fucking woman.
That's right.
Desire. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Desire not for pleasure. What if you get so much into the pleasure, and the Sabbath day comes, and she goes, you know, baby, don't worry about that Sabbath. We can. And you end up having sex with her because you desire her for pleasure. Right? There's certain things, if you're going to deal with a woman, there's certain things.
That's called discipline, man.
That's right. Number one, when you got a woman, you got to understand that's your enemy. That's right. I don't care how close she claims to be to you. That's your enemy, man. That's right. And secretly, she's desiring to take you out. That's right. We're speaking of based upon experience. Okay? If you can conquer that woman, that's a big hurdle. You know we're running the race, right? And you got the hurdles in place, and your brother, no problem. That hurdle was nothing. Brother cleared a hurdle like it was nothing. But the next hurdle is higher, so you gotta work a little. Right. That's that woman, man. Now you can clear that hurdle, you clear the big hurdle in this thing of ours.
Like I said, the main reason why guys fall off and go back into the world is because of a woman.
It is. And that's the gospel truth. That's the gospel truth. It's a truth. That's it. Many have dared.
Zerubbabel, I was thinking about that. Zerubbabel was talking about that.
Women are great. You're right. But then Zerubbabel said,
many have gone out of their way for the woman.
That's right.
The king is wicked, men are wicked, but the women are wicked, but above all, the truth will bear the victory.
What was the strongest? The truth.
The truth.
The truth.
The truth is the strongest.
Now you want some truth? The woman in this setup, she's our enemy. That's right. That's right. That's the truth.
It said in that same scripture, many men have gone out of their way.
Wits for women.
Crazy over
knowledge. That's why you call it from according to knowledge. That's why the best way to deal with a woman is be nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? Try your best to be.
But that's the discipline.
That's what discipline is.
That's the discipline.
Well, they showed you that in that movie.
Eat with the nerve.
The Apostle Paul, he said it best. He said, if you have a woman, you have not sinned, but I spare you. You shall have trouble with the flesh. So we're warning you, brothers. We're not going to sugarcoat shit like Nate. We're not going to tell you you're going to hear that song, Endless Love, by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie when you're with the woman in the background. You know that song, Endless Love? Put it on, all right? And they'll put them feminine demons on you as you listen to it.
I'm going to say this again. Guys that have fallen off out of the truth is because of women.
That's right.
That's the main. Now they might have came in the money, so they said, well, he fell off because he came in the money. Yeah, but what is he doing with that money?
Right.
He got a woman.
That's right, brother.
If you come into $500,000, you're just gonna be by yourself and you can get a woman, man. You're gonna get a different crop of woman, man. Okay? Now you can get a project home, right? You come into that $500,000 range, you can get pretty much any woman you want, man.
Different levels.
There's levels to that thing, man. All right?
Yeah, you would think a guy gets $1 million, you just deal with prostitutes. Make sure they're clean. Make sure they went to the doctor. They got all the checks.
Well, that's a harem. That's right. That's what the name. That's what the name is. Those were their own personal prostitutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Floyd woke up. Floyd kind of woke up.
Floyd ain't woke up and shit. He ain't woke up. He ain't woke up. He ain't woke up.
He's still looking for his one true love.
That nigga ain't woke up, man.
Which is one true love is boxing. But he's still looking for that one true love, that endless love that's out there somewhere.
If you come into a lot of money, I'm bringing this back home, Robert. Keep bringing it back home. If you come into a lot of money, right? Let's say you come into $150,000, right? You're going to buy a house, and you're going to get a nice whip, or whatever you're going to get. Now, why are you going to get that car? You can get a nice car for some $1,000.
Right.
Okay, we just got this, brother. We picked out a car. We got a car. Nice car, but it's going to get you a little bit more than $2,000. But the car, look,
it's a nice car, bro.
I mean, you gonna have a smile on your face with that car. But you know what? A truck driver, SUV. But it's gonna get you from point A to point B. What did I tell you? I said, watch the different level of women gonna come up to you.
I'm gonna drive the damn thing, man.
Depending on what car you got. You got a Volkswagen Buzz, right? Ain't too many women gonna come up to you, man.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you got like a Lamborghini, women are gonna come up to you.
Oh boy, they're gonna come up.
Ferrari, yeah. And the reason, my back, if you got something like women, no, they smell money, man. They smell money. Why you think all the women are getting along with Polite? Because Polite got money, man. That for the last video he made, he went to Whole Foods and spent what, about $500 worth of groceries for a family? Wow. And he jumped, what was the car he was in? A Bentley? He was in a Bentley. He was not a Maybach. He was in a Bentley, man. That's why the women are with him, man. That's why he can sit down with his 4 or 5 wives, and they're not mad at each other. As soon as he come into financial problems, they all gonna hit the door.
That's right.
And he knows that, man.
The money's going to leave right along with that.
Hey, well, we had a guy that came into some money, and because of this woman, we don't got the documented, but we know in the spirit. Well, no, we do got the proof. A nigga came into some money, so-called brother, and he went and brought a damn house and shit like that. Man, it was because of his woman told him to do this shit. That's probably why he did this shit. Instead of helping brothers doing the right thing, this dumb nigga gonna take the bulk of the money and spend it on it and buy a house.
So he blew the money.
Blew the money. The bulk of the money.
So he ain't in GMS.
You out of there, man.
You ain't in GMS.
Fuck you and your woman, man. And then furthermore, man, brother, if I came into like $250,000 or $1 million, I'm gonna get a goddamn apartment, a nice apartment, man. I'm not gonna buy no house. What if a fucking tornado come and rip the house up?
Tornado is gonna come and
rip the house up. And that's the way I'm thinking. What if a hurricane come and the house gets fucked up?
But you never owned the house.
Like, this thing is all about brotherhood, man. You know, brothers are down with the GMS thing and the Israel thing until they get hit with the money. Then with the money, a large sum of money, then we're gonna see where his character's at, man.
Right.
And you film him, man. So if you're watching this video, you out.
We ain't dealing with you.
And if your men got a problem with it, they can go with you, man.
We ain't dealing with you.
You ain't no brother.
Yeah, man.
You ain't no brother, man.
And the scriptures say, how have the world's good, and see if your brother in need, and withhold it. So roughly paraphrase.
First of all, he was supposed to give tithes.
That's
First and foremost.
Tights. Yeah, man, you nigga, and you gonna tell brothers when you get the money, you gonna help brothers. Then when you get the money, you don't help brothers, man. Man, later for you, man. You out, man.
And now he's making excuses. You know, hey, brother, we don't need your kind, man. Get with Nate. All right, hey, with that, we out of here.
Now, I've been having